Let's go out here and make some noise. I need to hear you guys breathe. Let's go out here and make some noise. I need to hear you guys breathe. Let's go out here and make some noise. I need to hear you guys breathe. Let's go out here and make some noise. I need to hear you guys breathe. Let's go out here and make some noise. I need to hear you guys breathe. Let's go out here and make some noise. I need to hear you guys breathe.
Yes, what's going on, family? What's the word? Let's get it. It's your boy Abel checking in one time, and we're here back on another session. Today's gonna be an absolute banger, family. We have a ton of stuff that we could talk about today, man. But let me go ahead and just get my music in the background playing. In the meantime, family, go ahead and drop those locations in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Today's gonna be a banger, y'all. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of things to get prepared for. It's going to be an absolute interesting, super volatile day, especially later on in the day. Especially later on in the day, for sure. Hey, I've been up in the daytime. Yes. What's going on, family? What's going on, guys? Let me make sure everything is good. It's 6 in the morning. I'ma keep going. Yeah. Entry is mine. What up? I'm gunning. This is real life, not a phase. We just don't do this for play. Yeah. Chairman, I'm running my race. Yeah. This is real life, not a phase. Let's see what's going on, Roman in the building. Warner's Way, what's up? Definitely going to be a very interesting day. Could be crazy, but going to be a very interesting day. I see we got blown account or Lambo money in the building. That's a crazy ass name. I'll give you that much, but that is dumb funny. Either we gonna blow the account or we going for the Lambo, huh? Now that is crazy, man. But family, we do have the most important day of the week. Honestly, probably the most important day of this month is today. And the reason for that is because obviously we have at 2 p.m. Eastern the FOMC statement, the interest rate decision, and we also have the press conference that follows it. And this is going to be very interesting to be a part of, guys, or at least to, see occur. To see how the market is actually going to be reacting on the fact that Jerome Powell is just going to talk about the same thing he's always talking about. We have to keep interest rates high a little bit longer than die, and we just gonna chill. Yeah. That's going to be Jerome Powell. Interest rate gotta be high. We're not close to 2%. Yeah. We're pretty positive we understand what Jerome Powell is gonna say today. The markets have already been reacting and running in a manner that they understand what's gonna happen today. And what I mean about that is if you really look at all these things that we look at, right? So looking at the dollar itself, we honestly really didn't do much all week. But we have been bullish. Right? For the most part, we have been bullish all of the month of April. And it looks like there is a possibility for it to continue depending on what happens today. Right? Because everybody's running to safety right now. Everybody's running to safety because everybody's scared. Investor sentiment right now is that of fear because of the meeting later. I mean, like, what can Jerome Powell say to really alleviate the fear that we're experiencing? There's really not much. I mean, he could say a lot of things, but then he'll be blatantly lying. And that might be a little bit worse, guys, right? Because right now we're dealing with a lot of interesting dynamics in the markets, right? We're talking about interest rates still at 5.5%. We're talking about inflation back on the rise when you're looking at it from CPI, PPI, and a PCE perspective. All right, we're seeing the dollar demand come back into play, even stronger than what gold has essentially been. Because gold has been the strongest this entire year. Right, it has been the asset in the most demand this entire year, backed by geopolitical tensions. But as of the past week or so, the dollar really has been dominating. Right, even more so against gold. Just like everything else, right? And we can look at the chart and just see that, right? This entire sell-off, which again, we have been predicting, we have been calling this stuff out live in real time for y'all. This is showing that everybody even is selling their gold to go into the dollar. Now, we have to see, depending on what Jerome says today, or it's not even depending, we know what he's going to say, but how is the markets going to react? Is the dollar still going to be the thing in demand? I believe it is. Or is there going to be opportunity where gold looks a little bit more attractive than the dollar? Right? Because those are the big dogs. Those are the big safe haven, assets that we have here, right? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens today, though. I'll tell you that much, family. But we are trading. We are going to see what we can find today. Just keep in mind, with news, with this type of news event later, the markets might be extremely choppy. Right? They could be extremely choppy. I don't expect too many real-time hedge fund traders or investors to really be looking to make positions right here, right before news. Right? Because they look at things from such a macro perspective. They're not looking for just a short-term play, right? So they're probably going to wait. And we're talking about the people that actually move price, right? The hedge funds, the market makers, the institutions. They're probably going to be chilling on the sideline, or they're just more so leaning towards looking to add on to more shorts on various assets because they understand what Jerome Powell is going to say. But we have a lot to talk about, family, that we'll go through on today's session. And we'll see what we can come from it. What's crazy is that I might have to start a whole new fresh prop firm account. Right? Because whoever has access to my account, they still took another trade. I did talk to Take Profit Trader. They finally reached back out to me. Finally. But yeah, so they're going to have to give me a whole fresh account. And if not a fresh account, they got to at least change something, bro. Like, y'all wilding out. Right? Because whoever has access to my account, and it's my fault. It is my fault that they even have access to it. But whoever has access to it is still taking little trades here and there. So I really might have to change everything. I'm not even going to lie. Let me actually make sure I send this email out. Hold on. I want to make sure that they... because they're just depleting my account at this point.
Is it a buy or sell? I'm late. Are we any trades?
Hopefully Take Profit Trader can come back to me, hurry up and change that damn password before they done blow this shit. But either way, I'm going to have to reset this damn account. If you guys weren't aware of what's happening or what happened with this prop firm account, I did start a fresh challenge account for the start of my YouTube streaming career, you could say. And I made a video the other day that I dropped on Friday, just pretty much going over the prop firm that I decided to use. And I ended up, like a bonehead, exposed all the information for the account. The username, the password, the license key, everything, like an idiot. And one of y'all, or somebody, ended up actually taking trades on the account, right? And they're still taking trades. Like even earlier, like one of these ended up, there was a trade that was taken even not even that long ago. Like look at this, right? It wasn't for much, but somebody entered a sell and got taken out here. All right, so Take Profit Trader, man, they gotta change that password ASAP, bro. But it's like now I'm in a tough spot now, right? Because now I'm down $2,000+ That wasn't even me. And now to try to recoup this is gonna be a little bit of a tougher task, right? But I'm only permitted, I believe, $4,500 worth of loss, right? So I'm already starting down 50% essentially, which is nuts. But again, there's no one to blame but myself. I need to be more aware of what the hell I'm showing on stream and editing in video. So that's honestly my fault. But it's gonna be like, yeah. Let's see. And we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to figure this shit out. We're gonna have to figure this shit out. Alright, let's see what we got here though. Let me give some shout outs to you guys in the chat. Roman in the building. What's up, Warner? Blown account. I love that name, by the way. I'm going to keep on repeating it. We got Wilson in the house. Good morning, Abel. I DM'd you on Facebook. Did you? Let me check. Let me check, man. My DMs on Facebook go insane. I'm not even going to lie. Let's see. You're not in my actual inbox. You might be in my message requests. Let's see. You are in my message request. Okay. Toy Montero. Hopefully I didn't just dox you. I mean, I just said your name. I'm blessed, brother. How are you? I just responded back, bro. All right, we got Sam Dollars in the building. What's going on, my brother? Morning to you. Devin in the building. Shout out to my brother Devin. Drew in the house as well. Shout out to my brother Drew. Appreciate y'all. We got Ed in the house. What's the word, Ed? Appreciate you tuning in. Y'all don't Street Prop Society anymore. I personally don't. Actually none of us do right now. But the Profit Society is still going to be a thing, right? It's just I'm not going to be a part of it. Right? It's going to be ran by my little bro Kyle. You know, shout out to little bro Kyle. You know, he was one of the first six-figure traders. Not one of the first, but he was one of the youngest six-figure traders of the time. You know, he ended up making six figures like 3-4 years ago when he was like 17 years old, some shit like that. Right, so little bro is still going to be running Profit Society. I'm just not a part of it, and neither is Skaggs. Skaggs is doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing, and Kyle essentially is just taking over the brand and doing his own thing. But let's see. So no more streaming. I'm streaming here full time moving forward, family. Right, Monday through Thursday, y'all can catch me here, providing value for y'all, throwing down for y'all, finding setups for y'all, having good conversations with y'all, having laughs with y'all. So that's what it's all about, man. We're going to keep on turning things up. We're going to turn things up. Let's see. Made 8K on Top Step first day and had to get them to give me a new account because they're 50% rule. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's nuts. I mean, most of these prop firms, guys, have those consistency rules, right? Whether it's Forex, futures, most of these prop firms are now implementing those rules if they didn't have it already. Almost every futures prop firm already had that rule, that consistency rule. So yeah, we just got to be aware of it, man. We got to figure out exactly how much our target is. Like, for example, right, this is how I typically do it. My target for this account would have been $9,000 that I would have had to make, right? 9,000. We just can't make more than 50% of that in one given day. So obviously, one day we can't make more than $4,500. Right, so if you see your trade going crazy and you're up 2, 3, 4,000, like, you got to cut it off. You got to take profit, right? Because you don't want to overlap that 50% rule. Every firm has this for now, right? And it seems like it's going to be a trend where most firms, if they don't have that rule, they're going to eventually implement it, right? The prop firm space, guys, went over a very interesting transition over the past 2 years. And it's a transition that has occurred in the past, right? Because in the past, guys, there were prop firms that were here back in, like, when FTMO really was popping, right? Back in like 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember the name of the prop firm, but there was a prop firm back in the day that was competing with FTMO. All these other newer prop firms weren't even talked about back then, but they ended up taking a lot of the market share from FTMO, and they ended up getting a lot of clients, but they made their rules too lenient, right? To where too many traders were passing, too many traders were becoming profitable, and they just weren't making enough money through the subscriptions, through people purchasing the accounts to actually pay out, so I ended up going under. And a lot of firms over the past year have also done just that, right? We ended up seeing, guys, essentially so much competition enter into the prop firm space, where now these firms are starting to make their rules a lot more lenient. Right, and again, that's why a lot of firms are not here no more, right? They made it too lenient to where now the profitable traders are actually dominating and withdrawing too much compared to the amount of accounts that are being bought by the unprofitable traders. Okay? So, a lot of firms are now starting to change their rules, and they're starting to add things like the consistency rule. Right? They're starting to add a lot more rules just to make sure that they're not obviously going to get closed, or they're not going to be forced to close shop because of the profitable traders dominating. So we went through a very interesting period, guys, over the past few years with the prop firm space. And we're going to continue to see more changes. Right? We're going to see more firms have more aggressive rules because they have to. Right? They have to, right? They got to make sure that the profitable traders are still able to eat, but they're not eating too much to where they're making too much and they got to get, right? So it's a lot happening in the prop firm space, but I'm still a big supporter of the prop firm space, just because I understand it's the best option for newer traders, which is why I am also going to be trading a prop firm account. Obviously, I have my real live accounts as well, but I'd rather trade the prop firm accounts just because that's probably going to be the best route for all of you guys that are going to be watching that are not as profitable just yet. And we can grow these accounts together. Right, I feel like that's gonna be the best thing. I will always recommend somebody, especially once you're, a profitable trader, or at least trading with somebody that's profitable. Like, get a prop firm account. Stop trying to trade your $100, $500 account and invest into a prop firm account, because you'll be able to get leverage that a lot better. Right, you'll be able to actually be excited about the results that you're making. Okay, so. Yeah, man, it's very interesting stuff. A very interesting space that we're in right now, family. All right, but let's see what else we got here. We got DeFi play in the building. Good morning. Wait, what? He's still hacked, and this guy's taking trades still. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Again, I have to wait. I can't do anything until, Take Profit Trader changes my password here, right? So whoever had access to my information, they still have it. Right now, the worst thing that can happen is that they just blow the account. The best thing that happens is they actually are profitable and they make me some money. But it is what it is, right? If they blow it and I have to reset it, it's my fault at the end of the day. Like, there's no one to blame but me, when it comes to that situation, right? So if they blow it, so be it. I'll just get a fresh account and then we'll just start over. I mean, the account was literally fresh as it was. Like, I didn't even place no trades on it before they ended up starting trading on it. So it is what it is, right? So I don't know. I'm talking to Take Profit Trader. Hopefully they can just give me a fresh account. They don't make me pay it. They don't make me do the reset. I doubt it, but maybe if I tell them like, yo, we're building a community, I could bring a ton of people to your prop firm. Throw me a little free account, my boy. Like, come on, this was out of my control. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I should ask them about the IP address thing, right? Because then that'll be an easy way for them to realize that I was essentially, it's not even considered hacked. Like, it's not a hack when you have access to all the information to take advantage of the account. Like, I wasn't hacked. I just say it because it's polarizing, that word. Like, they had literally essentially an open door, right? It's like I have a door and I don't lock that door and I allow people just to freely walk in, right? It's essentially what I did by creating that boneheaded video, right? And not deleting that part. But the video is back up. But I deleted, obviously, the part where I exposed all the information. So it is what it is, family. It is what it is. All right, let's see what else we got here in the building, though. By the way, DeFi Play, man, I love the name. I love the name. That tells me that you're heavy into crypto. So DeFi Play, drop your favorite crypto in the chat. Family, all you guys, drop your favorite cryptos in the chat real quick, right? Drop your favorite crypto in the chat, man. Because right now is probably the best time to start buying some more. Like, if you ain't getting no exposure to crypto just yet, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Solana, all these different projects, y'all better stop playing with yourselves, man, and go get some exposure ASAP. But let's see, just started a MFF account, My Funded Futures. Okay, Mike, let's get it. Now, I mean, hey, My Funded Futures had a very crazy deal going on for the starter accounts, man, where you could pay $50 for any account size. Crazy. All right, we got Let in the building. What's going on, Let? Terso in the house. OJ, Jose, what's the word? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thinking of starting a futures prop challenge, but don't know which to go with. Any recommendations? Abel and Chat. I mean, family, drop what prop firm is everybody using right now? Right, the only one that I currently have is with Take Profit Trader. Right, that is the current prop firm account that I have right now. Right, I have tried Elite Funded Trader, and they're not bad if you get the end of day drawdown account. But that's the only other one I ended up trying. Right, Elite Funded Trader, and now Take Profit Trader is the second prop firm I'm trying. Elite Funded Trader, I ended up blowing the account. Not blowing the account, I ended up losing that account because I wasn't aware of what the trailing draw or how that worked in this futures prop firm side of things, right? So I ended up losing that account. But now obviously we're aware that the trailing drawdown is ass and that we got to be mindful of that. So we'll be able to make better decisions here on Take Profit Trader once I get myself a fresh account, or if I'm able to bring this account back to life, I'm really elite. That's gonna be dope. But I really would just prefer to start fresh, to be honest with y'all. Let's see, we got Damon in the building. What's the word, Damon? Houston checking in. Tyson, appreciate you, dog. Tyson always comes in showing hella love, man. So I always want to show love back. Tyson, I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to everybody out there in Houston as well. Let's see, I think Apex doesn't have that rule right now. They might not. Apex is one of the OGs. But I wouldn't be surprised if more people continue to go over there. Because the thing about Apex is, like, Apex is crazy. They allow you to get up to 20 accounts at one time, which is nuts. Imagine trading 20 accounts, right, all together. Right, and if you get the Rhythmic account, you can go ahead and use their actual built-in trade copier and literally take the exact trade on all 20 accounts. Like, that's crazy. That's pretty nuts. I'm not even gonna lie. Very, very interesting stuff there at Top Step, man. But I think I'll eventually get me some accounts over there as well. Let's see. Now they suck 50% lost in 2 days, or a day to need counseling. Hey, I don't know what their intentions are, Drew. I don't know if they're trying to blow it on purpose. I don't know what it is, but let's see. What's going on, Michael? Appreciate you for tuning in. Michael G in the building. We got Marcus Iverson. What's the word? I see we got XRP fans, ETH, XRP. Okay, let's get it. We got the boy Set in the building. What's the word, Set? Appreciate you, bro. What's going on? Good morning on the fifth ward. Absolutely in the building. We got XRP, Solana, Ocean Protocol. Nice. Ocean Protocol is a sleeper, man. I think a lot of people don't understand what Ocean Protocol is, but I believe that's a sleeper. Let's see, 20 computer game. What up? Apex unrealized drawdown kicked my ass. So they do have the unrealized drawdown. So they have the trailing drawdown rule too. Again, I never looked into Apex. I just see obviously all the people on social media, on YouTube, you know, talking about their 20 accounts that they're trading. All right, so let's see. Sway funded. Okay, Sway funded, man. Shout out to Sway. I don't know about y'all, man, but like my Forex broker, my unregulated Forex broker is with Sway Markets, man. I think Sway Markets is the only broker as of now that I'm comfortable putting large sums of capital into. And that's just because I'm familiar with the owner, right? Like I actually know the owner personally, so I'm gonna stamp Sway Markets if you guys are looking for an unregulated Forex broker. You know, that Americans can still trade on, that still give you the crazy leverage of 1 to 500, so on and so forth. They don't have MetaTrader, but they do have their own native platform that you'll have to just get used to. But I'm a big fan of Sway, man. I think Sway has withstood the test of time. The owner is not going nowhere. He's always innovating. If you guys really knew the plans that Sway Market has, or the whole Sway team, you guys would be blown away. Right? Because they're doing a lot, right? Obviously, they have the broker. They now have the prop firm, the Forex prop firm. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you guys this, but I'm gonna say it regardless. Hey, yo, Lewis, don't send me no cease and desist or nothing, bro. I'm just trying to support your stuff, bro. Trying to support your brand. But they have a lot of shit in the works, family. They're talking about a futures prop firm. They're talking about a sports betting app, a sports book. Essentially, I can't even say like everything because he might really send me a cease and desist. But just know they're working on a lot, family. A lot in the financial sector, even outside of trading. You know, Sway has a lot of things in the work in the background that's really going to take them to the next level. Again, I can't say too much because I don't want him to call me like, yo, bro, you talking too much, bro. I'm like, all right, you got it. But they do have a lot in the works, right? So definitely, I'm a big fan of Sway. That is my preferred broker of choice for unregulated brokers that Americans can trade with high leverage of 1 to 500 and all that good stuff. So let's see what we got here. Apex has the drawdown rule, but I don't think they have the 50% rule. Yeah, that's the consistency rule. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could find out very quickly if they actually do by going through the rules. But I don't know. Like I said, I personally never looked into them just yet, but at least I never went deep into looking into them. I mean, it's simple. Just literally check to see, do you guys have consistency rules, right? And if they do, then they probably have that 40 or 50% rule, but I don't know. If you haven't experienced it yet, Rena, and you trade with them, then they probably don't. So you might be right. Let's see. What's the other prop firm for futures y'all talking about? Again, these are the futures prop firms, family, that I personally utilize, right? Or that I've used. Elite Trader Funding. I'm just gonna give you guys the one that I've used, right? I'll give you all the other ones, but the ones that I've used is this one, Elite Trader Funding. We obviously have Take Profit Trader. I don't want to bring it up because it's gonna show all my account stuff again. But Take Profit Trader is another one. There's obviously Top Step, which is like one of the OGs. Like Top Step is like one of the OGs in the future space, right? By far one of the most credible ones. Just because they have been, you know, here for a while. And then we obviously have My Funded Futures as well, another top dog, right? Which is, again, I think My Funded Futures will probably eventually become the top one, to be honest with y'all. But there's a lot, right? There's a bunch of different futures prop firms out there, and there's more coming, guys, right? There's more coming. Shit, I want a futures prop firm. Like, I want to own a futures prop firm. If anybody trying to go half on a futures prop firm, and if you got 50K liquid, like, let's talk. Right, because I eventually want to even launch my own futures prop firm. That'll be pretty fire. Right, so if you got 50,000 liquid that you're willing to invest and partner with me, shit, let's start those conversations. But it's not cheap. It's not cheap to start your own, your own prop firm. I'll tell you that much. But the possibilities is there. Right, there's far more Forex prop firms than there is futures prop firm. But I believe the futures prop firms are the ones that are really going to be the talk of town, at least for Americans, at least for U.S. residents, right? Because we kind of have no choice but to go, for the most part, through these futures prop firms moving forward. Let's see. What's going on, Linda? Good to see you in the chat. Appreciate you for tuning in. You've been here since for a while now, Linda. Linda, you've been rocking with me for a while, and I appreciate you for that. It's been at least probably 3-4 years now. I don't even know how long you've been rocking with me, Linda. I don't know why you do so, but I appreciate you. Thank you. We got Two Smooth Zay in the building. Anybody use Top Tier? Top Tier is dope. I personally never purchased an account with Top Tier, but I know that they have a solid team over there, right? A very solid team. Obviously, you know, with Q as the face of it, Q and Anthony as the face of it, you know, there's always going to be a prop firm that, you know, has a ton of liquidity behind it, a ton of money, a ton of credibility behind it because of the owners. But they also hired a CEO that's actually pretty dope. Like I listened to the video that the CEO of Top Tier created about a month ago when the whole prop firm space was in the shambles. And he seems like a genuine dude, right? He seems like he's extremely knowledgeable. So yeah, I think Top Tier is a very great option for sure. I don't think they will ever experience too many crazy issues. I think the only issue that Top Tier might experience is just with the platform, right? With Trade Locker. But that's every prop firm that is using Trade Locker, right? But that's, again, another product that's, you know, Q Banks and, you know, that boy Anthony's stuff, right? That they put a shit ton of money behind. So it's eventually gonna, you know, do what it has to do. Okay. I see. I don't trust my funded futures. See too many people not getting payouts. That's tough. I personally haven't seen it, but if you've seen it, Warner, I gotta believe you. Let's see. Do you still look at FX pairs? What's your thoughts on GJ? Of course, bro. We definitely take a look at that. Let's go take a look at GJ real quick, right? You know, we are about 20 minutes out, family, from the open. That's why I'm just wasting time. I typically like to wait till, you know, especially since I trade gold in the indices, I always wait till like around 9:35 to really start getting ready to place a trade. So that's why we're just more so just chopping it up right now. But let's go ahead and take a look at GJ real quick and see what we got here. Let's see what we got here, right? So GJ's interesting, man, especially after what happened with the Japanese yen last week, right? There have been thoughts that they intervened into the markets because we had a crazy sell-off in all these yen pairs. GJ ended up falling, UJ ended up falling. Every yen pair ended up falling last week, or at the beginning of this week, actually, because what everybody assumed was an intervention by the Bank of Japan. Now, what is an intervention and how does that work? Right, well, one way of intervening into these markets for them to strengthen their currency, the Japanese yen, is by actually liquidating their U.S. assets, right? Liquidating their U.S.-backed bonds or the U.S. government-backed bonds that they have. Right, I actually sent a chart in my Discord, right, that actually breaks this stuff down. And family, if you guys are not in the Discord, by the way, highly recommend you guys to go ahead and get in there. We're only going to get bigger. We're only going to get better. And we're only going to turn things up. Right, but I ended up sending this chart in the Discord yesterday because it really talks about how much assets or how much securities that Japan has compared to all the other major economies, right? Because Japan currently is sitting on $1.1 trillion of U.S. Treasury securities, right? AKA government-backed bonds and things like that. That's a shit ton of money that they're sitting on. Right, so I believe what they could have done to have that intervention is they started to sell off some of their U.S. securities, right, to try to strengthen the Japanese yen. But I'm going to be honest, like I told you guys even when we spoke about this at the beginning of the week, every time that they've tried to do that, it went nowhere. Right, and I also told you guys at the beginning of the week, even though we've seen this sell-off, I'm like, don't be surprised if this gets completely erased and we just continue to trend higher for all these yen pairs. And look what the market is doing. Crazy sell-off. And ever since we found that low, the market has just been slowly making its way higher. And unless the Bank of Japan intervenes again, I would have to assume that we're probably going to continue to go higher here. Right? Because if we look at history, we can see every time that they intervene. I wish there was a way that I could like get all the little interventions that happen. But every time they intervened, like this back here, got completely erased. Right? Every big drop that we've seen here on these yen pairs, more times or not, were more so because the market, the Bank of Japan decided to intervene and try to strengthen their currency, and they absolutely failed. So I say all that to say, I'm very still much bullish GJ. All right, I would like to see continuations to the upside here. I think there's great opportunity for us to look for some buys. We just got to be, patient and wait for that opportunity to show itself. Now, how can we do that? Well, if you guys know how I've been trading, especially on these live streams, I have what I call my trigger line, which is a sequence of, well, it's just one of my moving averages, but it is, both moving averages work in tandem. Like right now, we're seeing a very interesting reaction off of this support level that we're currently at. Right, bullish reaction, bullish engulfing, equal volume. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually a move that starts higher. But typically what I like to wait for me to get entries, especially if we're looking at on a 5-minute, 3-minute, 1-minute time frame, is like I actually want to see us to go ahead and break back above my trigger line. Right, my trigger line is the 13-period moving average. Right, a nice strong close above that would be phenomenal. Right, now there is a more safer route, like let the market go. Right, especially if the support is going to hold for GJ. You could take the buy here, stops below the low if you wanted to. But I am also very safe as a trader. A little bit more patient as a trader. So taking the trade there is one thing. That's cool. Right? But there's also still a chance that we ended up rolling over back to the downside still. We just don't know. So I would like to see us actually go ahead and do something like this. Like break the highs. And then from there, wait for that pullback. At that point, our trigger line is going to be moving like this. All right, both of the moving averages are going to be like this. And then from there, we take that buy on the retest of the trigger line. All right, it involves a lot more patience, but you get a confident entry. Right, I'm all about confident entries. Right, I don't care about getting the sniper entry. I don't care about, oh man, look at my entry, bro. I'm not with that ego game, right? Like that's ego when you play like that, right? Oh man, let me take a screenshot. We all know the screenshot curse is real. Every time you screenshot your entry because you're celebrating it, you're probably going to end up taking a loss on that trade. Because that's just, I don't know, the market just knows when we're over here big-headed and we're over here gloating and showing off about a damn entry. The market don't give two shits about that. So I don't care about getting the best entry, but I do care about getting a confident entry. Right, because confident entries allow me to actually go ahead and just do what I gotta do and ride out. So could this entry right here hold? Absolutely. Right, we seen a nice break up to the upside here in the 30-minute. The market came right back down to retest. And yeah, on the 30-minute, we can get this nice close above my trigger line, and that is an entry all freaking day long. Like a close above here, family, a close above the 197, 114. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful entry for GJ. Gorgeous entry for GJ. And then we could target back up to the highs. All right, so for anybody that is trading GJ, this can be a play here, and this could be a play, man, that again you could I think can produce really lovely returns. We're talking about a 2.3 to 5 risk to reward. That's phenomenal. I do this all day long. I'll take this type of setup all day as long as we get that actual confirmation by the close above our trigger line on the 30. So hopefully that made sense. Said that's what I'll be looking for, bro. Again, if you did, you could have taken the entry here on the engulfing down at these lows, reacting off of this structure point down here. But again, the market always still come back. But if we close above here on the 30, yeah, I think we have a clear move to the upside here. So that's what I would personally wait for. I would wait for the 30-minute closure above the 197, 115, and then I'll take that all day. And it stops below the low. Phenomenal. All right, let's see what else we got here, though. And said, hopefully this makes sense, bro. Let's see, bruh, Luke Belmar says Forex now moving like meme coins, and he posted that UJ Shar on Twitter. Listen, I respect Luke Belmar for what he is, bro, because he's obviously extremely influential, extremely intelligent. But that post that he made it. He just seemed very inexperienced with that post, because I seen that post as well. Right when he said that, he said Forex, the UJ's moving like meme coins. Like, bro, you clearly, I don't know his experience in the forex markets and the currency markets. Again, he is very knowledgeable, but like that just made him look inexperienced, if you ask me, right? Because like, what, bro? Like this, like that happens pretty often in the currency market, right? Where we see things like this, right? Especially when it's driven by fundamentals. Like, bro, like it moving like a meme coin. Like, what does that even mean? Like, yeah. But big shout out to Luke Belmar again. He's extremely successful. Man has a shit ton of crypto, a big ass following, a massive platform. Again, extremely intelligent. So he's experienced, he's qualified, but I don't know. To me, it just made it. He just sounded very inexperienced with that comment saying the forex markets are moving like meme coins. Like what, bro? Like how does that even mean? Like I don't know. Let's see. Morning. I just came in. Would like to know if you are just bullish or bearish on the dollar. What's going on, Jay? Appreciate you for tuning in, my brother. So in terms of the dollar itself, obviously I'm still macro bullish here. All right, I still like the upside. And the market has been bullish just because of obviously the news that we have coming up here at 2 p.m. But I'm still very much bullish. Man, I would love for this to actually just continue to obviously go higher. The question is, what happens today, especially since most people already know what Jerome Powell is going to say and what Jerome Powell or what to expect from him? Is the market going to want to go ahead and continue to go bullish off of his thoughts of him saying interest rates are going to be elevated, inflation is still very much sticky, the labor market is still very tight? Like all that stuff is not going to help assets, right? That's going to benefit the dollar, but that's what he's going to say. He's going to say inflation is still so sticky, we're taking it day by day, meeting by meeting, the labor market is still extremely tight. And yeah, that's still all bullish dollar. But I think because everybody already understands what he's going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see a sell-off at 2 p.m., right? To go ahead and just liquidate everybody that's been pouring into these buys because of the expectations of what he's going to say. And then once we liquidate everybody, then we go ahead and we continue back in a direction. Like, I would like that. Like, that would be dope. I just don't know if we're going to get that. I'm just going based off the fact that what he's going to set is already known, right? Everybody was already playing these markets for the past couple weeks leading up into this decision today or into these meetings today. So we might have already seen the bigger move, the liquidation of most assets and pouring into the dollar last week in anticipation of what we're about to go through at 2 p.m. So again, I could be wrong here. The market could very much just continue bullish off of this engulfing right here. Right. In fact, today, I think that's probably going to be the best opportunity right now for this trading session. Right. I think for today, the trading session that we're in right now, I think looking for a trade, maybe below this 105,600 to then continue to the upside might be a solid opportunity here. Right. That wouldn't be a bad play. But again, when 2 o'clock hits, I think it's already expected. I believe the dollar has already been moving so aggressively that I wouldn't be surprised if we don't move like this early on, that we see something like that and then we go ahead and we continue. But again, we'll have to see, right? This is just my thoughts and opinions. If you agree with them, amazing. If you don't, then let me know what yours are. That's one thing about me, family, right? I'm not like most streamers here on YouTube. Like, I actually encourage you guys to, express your thoughts, right? Let me know what you guys are seeing, right? Let me know what you guys are eyeing, right? What is it that you're focused on? Why do you think the dollar might lose strength or gain strength? Why? Because you might teach me some shit, right? You might educate me on some shit that I just overlooked or did not do too much research on, right? And if you guys do want to send some markups in the chat, if you guys do want to go ahead and, provide your insight as to what you think the market can do, make sure to join my Discord, the Wealthy Visions Academy Discord. And right here in this section called Trade Markups, go ahead and drop your markups in here. All right, I created this section specifically for you guys so that whenever you guys are on stream with me and you guys have your own thoughts and opinions, I can actually bring them on stream and we can talk about it together. Right? Don't have no fear, guys, with sending your markups. Right? I know for me, when I started trading, I was a part of a community that was just like this, right? Where we were able to send our charts and our markups. But I was that trader that was scared to send a markup because I didn't want to be wrong, so I would avoid doing that, and that ultimately didn't allow me to learn because now my mentors weren't able to actually check it, right, and tell me if I was right or wrong. So definitely don't be scared to send no markups here, guys. Right? I'm gonna be sending markups and setups here live on stream for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I'm not gonna win every single one. Right? I'll probably lose 40 to 50% of the setups that I send out. Right? Because my accuracy, my win percentage is only around 50, 60%, 60% on a fucking good month. Right? So it's not about being 100% accurate. The key to the game is just risk management, right? If you're managing your risk correctly, it don't matter if you're winning or losing on these setups and these markups, right? So definitely utilize that section, utilize this channel, family, utilize that and send it so we can analyze it together and we can see obviously growth together as well. If you guys do want to get access to that, the only way you can actually join that Discord though is by going to this website and signing up through WAP. All right, so let me go ahead and send this. Right, so if you guys do want to be in that Discord family, it is free to join, obviously. You know, click on that link that I just sent in the chat, and let's rock out. Right, and leverage it. Right, don't just join and be a ghost. Right, don't just join and be a fly in the wall. Like actually interact. Like actually communicate with us in there. Right, send your markups, talk your shit, and let's grow together. Right, as a community. So, with all that being said, again, I'm bullish the dollar still. I believe we still have more upside. I think we just got to see how the market, ends up reacting today. What the hell is this? Somebody's logged me out. Oh, did they just change my password? Hold on. I think they might have just updated my password. Let's go. Your credentials are changed. Password. Yeah, okay. Finally, take profit trader after making me lose $2,000+ bro. So Take Profit Trader finally just reset my password on my account. So whoever was freaking hacking my shit and made me lose $2,000 because you just placing random trades, ha ha, ha ha. Hold on, where my ha ha, ha ha, got him. No more of that, buddy. Honestly, he should be saying that to me. He said, ha ha, Abel, you idiot. You showed your account password. Ha ha. Oh, wrong one. Ha ha, got him. Nah, that sound effect is elite. That sound effect is elite. Got him. Yeah, now I gotta see what password they gave me though. Hold on, family. Give me a second. I gotta log into this account. What password did they change it to? Got him. Got him. Let me see. Come on, can you guys give me my password, bro? Alright, I gotta wait for them to send me my password now. Let me see. Is this the new password? Hold on. Is this the new password? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. New password here. Yeah, got him. Alright, let's see. I just made a blog off the JPY futures just dropping. I see what moving average is that. So I have the 50 period moving average and the 13 period moving average. We got Daquan in the building. What's the word, Daquan? Appreciate you, my brother, for tuning in. Meme coins go straight up or down. Now they really do. Meme coins really do. Just it's either you're gonna make 1,000% on the meme coin or you're gonna make 0. You're gonna be negative 99%. I could show you guys meme coins right now that I'm currently down like 80% on. Like for real. Like really, I'm down heavy on a lot of these meme coins. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'm down on a few. I would show you guys. Hold on, I gotta. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek. Nah, I can't even do it. Because I got people paying me a bag. Because I was gonna show you guys like my actual crypto holdings that I have here, but I can't. Like that's exclusively for my VIP crypto community. I can't give you all that. I'm sorry. I was about to give you guys so you guys can see like. Because I got like 40 different projects that I'm invested into, and there's like 10 to 15 other ones that we're currently watching waiting for obviously this. Honestly, after today, depending on what happens today, I'm going to be buying damn near everything that's on my watch list. After with what Jerome Powell says, right? So, but yeah, unfortunately, I got to keep that for my VIP crypto community. Can't give away that much sauce, family. I give away as much as possible, man, but I can't step on people's toes that are paying me a bag, for that information either. So, all right, let's see what we got here, though. Let's see. Inside traders made their move at close yesterday. Yeah. Yo, I actually seen a stat, which is kind of crazy. Let me see if I can find it. I actually seen a stat that said that a third of all transactions that happen in the equities market when they're trading stocks and things like that happen at the close. Like that's interesting, right? They happen like 10 minutes before the market closes is where a third of all transactions happen in the stock market. Let me see if I can find that, because I was actually very interested that I read that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because that is crazy, right? Like, people do wait to the end of the day to actually make decisions, right? They also said that a lot of ETFs, I believe a lot of ETFs have to report whatever they have to report. I don't know exactly how that works, but they have to report something at the end of the day, which also accounts for that. But that's pretty interesting. All right, let's see what we got here. It's not about right or wrong. It's about how much you make when you're right. Yeah, and how much you lose when you're wrong. Absolutely, free zone. See, that's the reason why you got the wrench, my brother, and why you a moderator, bro. Family, just a heads up, man. Everybody that has a wrench in their name, that is a mod, they are credible sources too, by the way, right? And I always gotta show love, to my mods in the building. Because you all been rocking with me for at least a year. Most of you mods been rocking with me for 3 to 4 years now. Right? That have at least learned from me for the past 3 to 4 years. So big shout out to all you mods, man. You guys are very credible sources. You guys have been crushing it for the past year. Absolutely dominating. I truly believe everybody that has a wrench has seen substantial growth more than ever before in the past 12 months. And y'all could prove me wrong. All right, let's see what we got here now. We got Grams in the building. How often do you trade live? I'm trading live now, Monday through Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, moving forward, Grams. So hopefully I see you on the next couple calls, man, because I'm going to be here moving forward. We not playing games. We about to change things up, man. And I'm going to come to this session, guys. I'm going to be one of the YouTube streamers that actually goes in depth with various different, aspects of trading, right? I'm not just going to be on here talking technical analysis, right? Like, that shit is boring as hell. I'm going to be on here giving that real game on fundamentals, sentiment, and then incorporate it with technical so that we have an actual real plan ahead of us. So, like, that's what I'm focused on. So we gonna see what we get. Family, we are about 6 minutes out from the open. Let me just go through this quick little session real quick to see exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm still looking for more downside here on indices. I'm a big fan of looking for more shorts, but we just got to see if it can make sense for us to get in. We do have this lone candle all the way up here at around the 17,600s. The market might, we don't know. The market could spike up all the way into there. And then if we do, I will be selling the hell out of that, targeting and taking out those lows. We might not go that high neither. We don't know. So if we also come to this level here as well, which is just this resistance point that we pretty much been trapped into, we can also spike above even this resistance right here, this lower level that I just marked off. And from there, also see the market really, give us some more downside, right? But I'm a big fan of looking for shorts to continue here. I believe, I don't know that many people. I mean, I could be wrong here, guys, right? I am human, but I don't think it makes sense to start buying these up right before this big news event, 2 o'clock. I mean, they might. You never know. The market going to do what it wants to do. But I personally would still like to short the hell out of this. Right? So if we can spike above this level of liquidity, just above this resistance point, or even come and test this, 5 minute, was it a 5 minute lone candle? Sweep this 5 minute lone candle that we have there. I think those would be decent opportunities to go short from. Right? Either somewhere in there we see a live OB, or up here we see a live OB and then we go ahead and we short. So that's going to be my focus here on the NASDAQ for today. See what we get in about 5 minutes on the open. In terms of gold, gold is interesting. I still do like the downside as well on gold. But this thing just looks like it wants to go higher for now, right? So I'm going to be keeping my eye on gold. If we're able to make our way up to the 23-24 area, I would like to see how we react up around this 23-24. This is just a nice strong key level here. Again, these key levels, guys, like I don't necessarily take trades directly. I don't just, let me explain this right? When price gets up to my key level, I don't just take a trade directly as soon as it touches, right? That's just an area where I'm keeping my eye on. Right, because again, like I told y'all, I don't care about getting the damn perfect sniper, no drawdown entry, right? So if price comes up here, I'm gonna see how we react from here, right? Because if we do start to reject from there, cool. On the retest back up to retest one more time, then I'll take the trade, right? Or if we just run that resistance, even better, because then we wait for that live OB or that entry signal, and then we go ahead and we take it. So I'm very patient as a trader, right? I don't just take random trades to take it. No, I want to make sure I'm waiting for my criteria to be met, and then we take that trade. But I do like the continuations overall to the downside, but I would want to take it from up here. Right? It's either we take it from the 23-23 level, or price just breaks back below 23.06. If price can break back below 23.06, then that's also going to be a nice entry point for here on gold as well. Right? 23.06, a close below there. Yeah, that's another good opportunity. Absolutely. All right, so just a clarification, right? It's either we come up here and then we look for reasons to short, or we just fall from this level and then on the close below there we take it from there as well. But overall, long term, I still like the downside just because of all this, selling pressure we've been experiencing, and just leading up into, again, Jerome Powell's conference. I think that this is probably just going to continue to be weak, in my opinion, longer term. Right? That's not to say that we can't, again. If the market gives us an opportunity, guys, now it's a little risky trying to counter trend trade these, but like seeing something like that might not be a bad idea neither, right? To see if we are going to just stay, essentially just, trending our way just up into this level. So that's an opportunity if you want it. Again, I'm going to stick with the sell side. I'm going to stick with my overall bigger bias. I want to stay with the trend overall. The trend overall has clearly been very bearish here for gold, so I'm not going to be looking for no short-term buys. Honestly, we kind of screwed up yesterday, even though yesterday when we were looking for the buys on the NASDAQ, right, it was literally a short-term play. Like, that's literally what we were talking about yesterday, right? I wanted to find a short-term buy opportunity in the NASDAQ, and we ended up taking a position yesterday. It ended up doing this thing a little bit, ended up securing us a little bit of profit, but this thing ended up falling like crazy. Right, like instead of us trying to catch this short-term buy up here, I mean the whole theory was it was a good idea, right? Like I wanted to see us sweep this high on the NASDAQ, right, before we ended up falling. We just never did that, right? We never got that real big liquidity grab that I was looking for, right? And this thing just ended up rolling over. So taking the buy itself, I mean, it is what it is. We had reasons to do so. We ended up making some money on the partials that we took. We did get the overall full position hit at break even, but we did take some partials. But what if we were just looking for the damn sell instead? Right? Like instead of just hoping that we took liquidity, we really should just continue to reprice and say, you know what? We're overall bearish. Instead of trying to just hope that we go for a liquidity grab, let's just reprice and take the overall sell, because that is the current bias of this market. Right? So we kind of, I don't want to say drop the ball, but I think me expecting a liquidity grab above these high clouded my judgment a little bit, had me look for the buys to catch the buy above here, or at least to sweep the highs, and we never did that. Right? This thing ended up just completely collapsing, respecting the moving averages, and just fell. Right? And I got to be more aware of those things, right? So it is what it is. Again, at least we didn't really take no big L on this at all. Ended up getting hit at break even. But like we missed out on so much freaking money just riding with the trend. Like we just missed out on so much money by simply not sticking with the trend. And that sucks. All right, so we're going to be more aware of those things, guys. I'm definitely trying to stick with the trend because it just makes a lot more sense to just ride the trends out instead of trying to catch every little move that shows itself, right? So I'm bearish here on NASDAQ. I'm bearish here on gold. We just got to wait for the best opportunity to get in. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. Bought Piece of Cat yesterday? Holy moly money, man. Piece of Cat? Boy said I bought Pizza Cat. The hell is Pizza Cat? Boy said Pizza Cat. This is hilarious. Pizza Ninja Cat or Pizza Cat? Or Pizza Ninja Cats? Damn, these are all freaking pump funds. Something must have been trending where people were like, yeah, let's go ahead and make, like, look at all these different Pizza Cats. Yeah, it definitely can't be that one. That's only a $4,000 market cap. By the way, I use this platform here, family, to actually day trade these meme coins, which is super risky because I lost a shit ton of money. I made a lot of money, but I also lost a shit ton of money doing this too, using Photon. But like, if you want to actually trade your cryptos, like in and out type of plays, hey man, this platform right here makes it extremely easy to do so. Right, photon-sol.tinyastro. Whatever. Right, very interesting. Close the door, baby. Nadia. Let's see. My little daughter be tweaking. Yeah, so this platform's pretty dope if you're experienced. I wouldn't use this platform if you're not experienced. I'm not even gonna lie, because you could lose your money very quickly on this thing. But it's an interesting platform for sure. All right, family, so we do got the open now. Let's see how the markets react here on the open. What is the indices doing? Again, I am going to keep my eye on this stuff. Indices, as of right now, are trying to fall. At least the NASDAQ is. US 30 YM is actually spiking up to the upside here. The S&P is also chilling. Again, I don't do anything on the first 5 minutes here on the open, just because this first 5 minutes is usually extremely volatile. Could be a lot of whiplashing. Now, keep in mind, family, we do have major news. I keep on bringing it up because we have to be aware of the fact that the markets might be super slow and choppy leading up into that event later on today. Like, that's just a fact, right? Like, we have to be careful with this stuff, right? We have to be aware, at least, of the lack of volume, the lack of volatility, because of the fact that we have Jerome Powell talking later. Okay? So we are going to see. So we are going to see here. So let's keep our eyes on this stuff. Again, my favorite is the NQ, the NASDAQ. So we're going to see if the NASDAQ can give us what we want to see. Again, I would want to see a spike up here in the NASDAQ and then give us a reason to short this if possible. That would be the preferred entry technique or entry opportunity. You know, but this thing also doesn't have to. This thing could very well just continue to fall. And we're going to keep our eyes on this stuff, right? If we can get a close, let me mark off the level real quick that I will feel comfortable. Right, yeah, if we can get a close below this 17,460s, I think that can produce a nice opportunity. Right, I think that could produce a very good opportunity. And this thing is falling nicely right now. Let's see how we react here at these levels. What's ES doing? ES is still chilling. YM is spiking up though, right? So we got US 30 flying. We got the NASDAQ falling as of now. Which one of these is lying? Who thinks which one is lying, family, right? Do we believe US 30 is lying? Right? Because again, typically, not always, but typically these indices usually end up moving eventually in the right direction, right? But who thinks what's lying? Do we believe US 30/YM is lying here with this spike up and we can eventually sell it off? Or do we believe the NASDAQ is lying and this is actually going to eventually spike up? If you ask me, based off my bias, I believe US 30 is the one that's lying. Right? So since US 30 is already spiking up, let's see where we can potentially ride. Let's see where we can find an opportunity to probably short from. Right? Maybe this resistance point that we have here, depending on how we react around this 38,000 level, 38,100. All right, let's see how we react up here at these levels, see what we get. Because again, I think since I am bearish indices, I will have to assume that this is the one that's essentially lying here, right? So let's see if we get some type of entry up here, guys. I'm not gonna hesitate to take it. We did get our first 5 minutes out the way now, so I'm good to go. So we're gonna see how we could continue to watch this. Now I need to be aware that I need to trade the minis on this, because US 30 don't play no games. Yeah. Let's see. All right, let's see what you guys talking about. We got Jude in the building, my brother. Appreciate you. Let's see, Abe, what are futures? What's the difference between them and CFDs? That's actually a really good question, right? They're actually a lot more similar than you would think, right? CFDs and the futures contracts that we trade, right? Because they're both derivatives that allow us to pretty much trade on speculation of what we think the market is going to do, right? We don't necessarily own the asset, but they are derivatives in a way that we can trade with a promise of buying and selling at certain price points, essentially. But they're actually very similar. Now, the big difference is that CFDs, that is directly between you and your broker, right? When you're trading CFDs, like you're literally trading between you and your broker, and you're speculating on what price would actually eventually do, right? And your broker is either going to A book you or they're going to B book you, and they're either going to take your trade or take the opposite side of your trade, which is when they B book you, or they're going to push your trade through to the markets, and then that's A booking you essentially. Now, when it comes to futures, right, futures is a little different, right? The contracts itself are still agreements, but it's like an obligation that you have now for whatever it is that you're looking at, right? If you're buying contracts, if you're buying futures contracts, right, that's an obligation that you're making, that you are purchasing at a certain price, and you also making an obligation you're going to sell at a certain price. But CFDs are similar, right? But the biggest difference is one is going between you and your actual broker, and the actual future side is you and an actual regulated exchange is what's actually making those transactions. But they're actually a lot more similar than you may think. A lot more similar than you may think. Right now, again, there's a few more differences as well. A lot more differences, but that's like a very simple, hopefully basic breakdown. Let's see what we got here, family. We are starting to let's see what we get here. US 30 is trying to react here off this spike up here. Let's see. I told you I was in the buy and sell on the 4 hour. I had to close my buy. Yep, 30 line. We think 30 line. I think YM is leading the way. Okay, so we got two of my savages in the building. Both of them are looking for opposites, right? We got one saying that 30 is lying and it should fall. The other one is saying that 30 is actually leading the way, and we probably could expect some more upside here on the NASDAQ and so on and so forth. That's an interesting theory. I'm gonna be honest. I think YM is the one that's lying, just because I am bearish overall. So I'm leaning towards that, right? So let me see what we get here. I might take this short. Again, I am trading minis, family, so we're not gonna be risking much whatsoever. Again, I am trading on an account that's essentially like, this thing is already it's tough because you know, for me to try to like recoup this account now I gotta make like 30. I gotta make a bag, right? But I am gonna take this short here, guys, on US 30. Entered it a little bit later than I wanted. I honestly should have took it up at these highs on that 1 minute engulfing, but I am gonna take this here. You know, see what we can get. Hopefully, again, I am right where I think that this is the liar. I think that this one is the lagger. I think this is eventually going to go back to the downside, hopefully. But we are taking a trade here. You know, again, I am not trading heavy whatsoever. I am going to have my stops at around the 38, 140 level. Take profit going to be back down towards these lows. This is probably around a 2-to-1, maybe a 3-to-1 setup. Risk to reward. Let me see exactly what this is. It's around 2.15 to 1 risk to reward, which is always great. Again, I need at least a 2-to-1 risk to reward personally before I take any position. And this follows those rules, right? So we have our stop up here. We have our target down here. And we're going to see, right? We're going to see if this ends up playing out. I could be wrong here. We could be right. We don't know, right? But I'm taking it. We already took it. And now we just got to let this thing play out. Now, in terms of everything else, let's see what NQ is doing. Hopefully, NQ can continue to drop. Hopefully, the S&P can also start to drop, and YM just follows suit here. Also, looking at gold. And again, gold is also another focus, right? Depending on how we play here on gold, I'll also like to look for some possible shorts here, right? Maybe on the sell off of, again, that 23.23 level, I think could be a very, very interesting level to go ahead and short from. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me actually set some alerts on gold. Let me go ahead and set an alert on gold. I want to make sure that I'm aware of this. So I got an alert at gold at around the 23.20 level, and we'll see if the market gets up there so we can get an entry. If it doesn't, guys, if gold does, again, like I told you, if gold ends up coming back below the 23.06 level, I think that can be an also decent opportunity to go ahead and take a short on and just target back to the lows. So we're gonna see. Let's see. Thoughts on news today? That's a good question. I mean, we already broke it down a little bit. We're talking about Jerome Powell now. Not even Jerome Powell. I mean, Jerome Powell is going to be obviously the talking point because everybody knows that interest rates are not going to change. Like interest rates are going to remain the same at 5.5%. Like it's going to stay the same. Like there's no change going to happen. Like everybody knows that in the entire world at this point. So the actual release of interest rates is really not that big of a deal. The most important thing is going to be the press conference that comes with it. Right? The press conference with Jerome Powell and his tone, his sentiment, how he answers the questions that he's going to get is going to be, in my opinion, the more important part there. Right? Because depending on what he says and his tone and the sentiment that he's giving off is going to cause these markets to go crazy. Right? So the actual release itself, it is what it is. I believe the markets already was pricing that in. So now we just got to wait for Jerome and see what he got to say. Right? What he got to say is definitely going to be the most interesting thing. For sure. Okay? Let's see. Abel finna get a banger trade and make all that back. That's what I'm hoping for, right? Like, again, we're already starting down here. Because of whoever it was taking advantage of the fact that I'm an idiot. Right? So hopefully we can make it all back. That would be best case scenario. Obviously, if we can't, then we'll just have to reset the account and start fresh. Right now, we got a fresh new password on it. You know, so whoever had access to the account can't take no more trades, which is great. You know, so yeah, we'll just have to see if we could recoup the $2,000 that they lost on me, then that'll be phenomenal. That'll be great. Let's see. Oh yeah, run me that liquidity. Run me that liquidity. I mean, we'll see. My question to you, Eric, is: did you actually take the trade though? Right? Did you actually take a buy, or are you just waiting for a buy? All right, because we put our money where our mouth is, baby. It's looking good so far. I mean, we up a couple dollars. Obviously, we're nowhere near safe at all on this. You know, we have a ton of levels that we have to break. Like in order for me to actually go break even on this, family, like I'm really going to need. Honestly, I probably would hope for us to truly, you know, get around. I've been going break even a little too early lately. Right, I realized that. Right, I've been going break even a little too early. And we'll get hit at break even and the trade will still go in our direction. But also it saved us, right? Yesterday, us going break even when we did actually saved us. Right? But going break even when you're going against the trend makes sense. Right? Going break even so early when you're with the direction of the trend, see, that's a little tougher, right? Because then like you're kind of like shortchanging yourself, right? So going break even when you're counter trend trading kind of quick is dope. But going break even when you're in the direction of the trend, it just doesn't make no sense. Let's see what we got here, family. I mean, as of right now, we're looking good, man. We're looking extremely, extremely good. Hopefully, this market can continue to show us love. Family, did anybody take this with me, by the way? Did anybody take this with me, or is everybody just watching, seeing how I operate? Because I know, again, listen, I know a lot of y'all ain't never have no experience with me yet, right? So I got to build y'all trust. For all y'all that are new, maybe just stumbled upon this video today, yesterday. So I gotta build y'all trust. I understand, right? But trust me, we're gonna turn things up like crazy. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, I just got on. I missed it. Shout out to Brother O in the building. What's the word, Omar? Good to see you, man. PMI coming out. When is PMI coming out? Let me see. Is PMI coming out? PMI is coming out in like 15 minutes. Oh boy. Shoot, we got a news event in a minute. Do I want to protect my trade before this news? I am. I'm actually gonna go break even here, family, just because I didn't realize we had PMI data. We just had PMI data come out. It came out a little bit higher than expected, a little higher than forecasted. So I want to make sure I protect myself in case this news goes against us. So I am break even on this. As usual, whenever I do go break even, I have to close partials. That's just a part of my rules. So I'm just going to go ahead and close 10 contracts right here. I think I did that right. Did I do that right? Or did I just add? I just added onto a position. I'm tripping. Hold on, fam. Let me close. Oh, I did it wrong. I added 10 contracts and I'm supposed to be... Hold on, let me fix this. I'm tripping, family. All right, there we go. Now I just closed partials. Right now I just closed partials. So now, let me make sure everything is uniform. Modify that order. Yeah, so now we close partials here. We are in the money. Right, can't complain about that. Everything is looking good. And now again, depending on how this news comes out, hopefully it doesn't, hopefully it doesn't screw us here. But we do have PMI data coming out very, very shortly. Let's see what we got here, though. Let's see. Nice snipe. I see you flowing 900. Yeah, man, we just made some money, bro. So hopefully this market can continue to drop for us, though, so we can continue to, ride this thing out. It's looking really good. Looking really good, family. Come on now. Come on now. We made money. We break even. Again, and the only reason why I'm going break even now is because we do have a ton of news coming out in 15 minutes. I want to protect myself with the news. But we already made money. Like, off rip, this is a W day, family, when you make some money like that. Come on. Like, trading doesn't have to be that complicated, right? Find our entries. Make sure we manage risk accordingly. Make sure we're aware of news and everything. And make sure that we're taking profits whenever we can, man. So, no matter what happens now, family, even if this continues to drop, even if it comes back and hits our break even, like, we ended up making some money, man. So, I'm not even upset. Like, I'm always happy when I make some money. Like, come on now. Let's go. It's a W day. You guys know on our W days, man, we got to play the Blue Party song. Just like that. Blue Party song. Come on. Let's see. Here comes my stop. I didn't think I was hawkish that gold. Hawking that gold. Okay. Haven't seen you since the IML days. Glad you're still grinding, bro. Shout out to Kendrick, man. Appreciate you for tuning in and showing love. Absolutely. We never stop here, bro. I was one of the very few, obviously, that actually traded and never stopped trading. So it's dope, man. It's dope to see people that have learned from me in one way or another through that platform. All right, I'm not like these haters on social media. I'm extremely grateful for IM. Extremely grateful for what it did for me. It gave me the ability to teach in front of thousands of people, and that's phenomenal. In fact, like, if you guys look at this starting screen right here, family. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Like, if you look at this starting stream, these are all things that that I was given opportunity to do. Like, this event right here that we're watching, like, there was 1,000+ people at that event. Like 1,000+, right? And this event right here was in Atlanta. This was another 1,000+ person event. Right? And I have countless of events like this where I've spoken in front of thousands of people, and IM gave me that opportunity, right? So I'm forever grateful for what that platform has done for me, the opportunity they gave me. And yeah, I would never talk shit about it at all, ever. So, shit, I even taught in front of 4,000 people in Trinidad and Tobago because of this platform. So again, man, I would never have gotten that opportunity if it wasn't for IM. So it's dope, man. It's dope. I see Blue Party D-Lo, okay? And shout out to all y'all as well, man, that are part of D-Lo, man. There's a lot of you guys that still trade that style a lot more than I even knew. Right? I realized that there was still a lot of D-Lo traders out there. Big shout out to Patrick and Tyrone, man. They're still over there and IM crushing it, still doing their thing. Right? They're still over there doing their thing, right? But there's actually a lot of people that still trade that style, right? Especially a lot of people that follow me because I was obviously teaching that style as well. And it's dope, man. So shout out to all y'all D-Lo traders, man, that are still using that concept, right? It's pretty dope. All right, so let's see what we got here, guys. We did get hit at break even here now on the NASDAQ. I think we ended up making like $400 or $500 or something like that. Something small, nothing crazy. But again, because of news, that's why we ended up going break even a little early. I want to make sure I protect myself because we do have news in about 10 minutes now. But we did get stopped out. I still do like the downside here. I'm just going to wait for, at this point, to let the news come out in 10 minutes. And then based off the news itself, then we'll go ahead and reanalyze to see if we can take another position. But as of now, we ended up still taking money off the table. We made a couple dollars. Nothing crazy. Right, I do have to like rebuild this account slowly, unfortunately. But we gonna do it. We gonna build this thing up. Right, we don't got no more hackers that have access to my account no more that could blow $2,000 from me. Right, so now we good to go. We gonna build this shit up slowly, and we gonna do what we gotta do. But I still do like the downside. Right, I just at this point I want to wait for news though. Let's see what we got here. And shout out to all 60 of y'all, family. Like we're growing every single stream. We are growing, and I truly expect us to be at over 200, 300, 500 live viewers within the next month. Like by the end of April, or we're not in April no more. By the end of May, like I truly believe we're gonna have hundreds of people on here, all growing and learning together and getting better and taking trades and just vibing out, having good time, great conversations, and all that stuff. Right, so I appreciate every single one of you guys that are actually tuning in. If you guys just do me one favor, go ahead and smash that like button one time for your boy. Let YouTube know that Abel is providing value. Right, let YouTube know that Abel is providing value and that more people need this type of value. Right, and the way you can do that is by smashing that like button. Smashing that like button. Best way to do it. Best way to do it. Let's see what we got here. No haters over here. We save the pettiness for after the market. That's a fact. Listen, you got to give you your flowers now, bro. You are authentic. Ain't too many cut like you. Forever grateful for you. Been rocking with you since 2018. I appreciate that, Zay. I appreciate that so much, man. That really does mean a lot. That I was able to have some type of an impact in people's lives, man. That's the best thing about the position that I was in that platform. I was the basics educator, right? So, like, everybody that joined that platform ended up having to go through me anyways, right? So I was exposed to hundreds of thousands of traders, all because I was a part of damn near everybody's launch system, right? Every team that had a team in IM, their launch process was simple: join the platform and go watch Abel. Like, that's literally what it was. Join the platform and go watch Abel. He'll get you right. So I was able to I was exposed to hundreds of thousands of traders. So I was able to teach hundreds of thousands of traders at least the basics of what trading was. And I'm grateful for that. Forever grateful for that, man. So I appreciate all y'all that were able to learn a little bit from me, man. Definitely means a long way. Definitely means a lot. And I finished my drink too. I'm tight. Because that drink is amazing. You know what's crazy too? I ended up screwing myself here. Because when I was trying to close partials, I ended up adding another sell position instead of hitting the buy to close out the sells. And it kind of made me move my stop. It skewed with my entry point. My entry was up here, 38.05. But when I entered that second sell on accident, it made my entry look like it was down here. So I put my stop at break even down here because that's where I thought my actual entry was. But it was actually up here. And if we were actually still in break even, we'll still be in this. But let's see. You came to Philly and spoke to us outside in the rain. Much love. That was a great vibe too, man. We was in Philly. Initially, that event in Philly, we were supposed to do it inside. But there was just too many people. Like, there was just too many people. So we couldn't do it inside. I think it was like inside of a mall. Right? Am I correct? Oh, I believe it was inside of a mall too. Like, it was pretty cool. It was like after hours inside of a mall. It was like it was like a co-working space that we were supposed to do the event in. But then too many people showed up. We ended up getting way more people than we expected to show up. And it was just too many. So we kind of were forced to do it outside because they weren't letting us do it as inside. So we ended up having to go outside in the rain, and we were rocking out, and it was dope vibes, man. We had a great time for sure. It was definitely a great time. And shout out to Philly, man. We gotta go back. I gotta go back to Philly, man. I love Philly. Philly's such a beautiful city. Such a beautiful city. It really is. All right, let's see, family. We got 5 minutes here. 5 minutes here for this news event. This thing looks like it still wants to continue short, man. I promise you this thing looks like it still wants to go short here. Even though we made some money already, I still need more. And that's not greed. That's just trading off of logic. Like, this thing still looks like it might want to continue lower. But let's let this news come out in 5 minutes and see what happens with news. Hopefully news spikes us back up to like our original entry, and we could take another entry there. Or news is just gonna drop, and we're just gonna be looking at it like, damn, that's just another missed opportunity. But it is what it is, right? Let's see. Drop a like, get the likes up. I appreciate y'all, man. You have been giving us value ever since you came on YouTube. That's love. Great thing is, like, I dropped my first YouTube video, was dropped like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Right, that video was just talking about market structure too. So a lot of people look at my channel like, damn, Abel, you got 20K subs. But when you look at the subs compared to the engagement, that's what happens when you start off hot, right? Because I was able to grow my channel pretty quickly within, like, when I first started throwing videos on YouTube, it was like probably 2019, 2020 is when I started going hard on YouTube. So I was able to grow my channel pretty fast, right? All the way up to 15, 20K. But then that's why I ended up becoming an educator for IM. And I had to pretty much put everything on pause. So now I have a channel that has 20,000 subs, but the views don't match up with the subs because now I have to essentially revive my channel. And that's where you guys are going to help me do that, right? You guys are going to have to help me really revive it by simply just commenting, showing love by hitting the like button and all that good stuff. We going to get it back up, man. We going to get this shit back up. We going to get this shit back rolling. YouTube is going to be a phenomenal platform for me. I think it's going to be the only platform I really, come on and just provide massive value on outside of my private communities. And I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for it. Let's see. You crunched up. I'm not crunched up today. I'm actually strawberry acai up today. Right? Shout out to anybody that's ever gotten a strawberry refresher from Starbucks. Because them shits hit. I stopped drinking the crunches, bro, because they were just too much caramel. Like, it was making me too jittery. See, this refresher, though, is busting. These refreshers go crazy. Highly recommend you guys to get yourself a nice little refresher if you're going to Starbucks today. Right? Get a strawberry refresher with lemonade, not water. And then come back to me tomorrow and be like, yo, Abel, bro, that drink was busting. Appreciate you. Let's see. I think it does the average of your entries. It does. And that's what I realized. So it kind of like screwed me up, but it's cool. You just made trading simple, special for new traders. I appreciate that, Daquan. That's always my goal, right? I was, what's crazy? I was called Mr. Simplicity for the longest. Like on the platform, like that was like my nickname, right? Mr. Simplicity. And it's because I try to break shit down in a way that I talk to newer traders as if I'm talking to my kids, right? Like you gotta like really break this shit down because trading is not an easy thing to understand and comprehend, right? So I try to break it down in a way that a fucking 5-year-old, 10-year-old can understand it, right? And I think I always try to do my best to do that. I don't know why everyone hates on IM or put it down so much. Everyone is going to make their own decisions. I mean, that's a great point, Sam. But again, people have their own experiences, right? Like China, you say you didn't like IM. I would love to hear your experience. From the sound of it, it seems like you might have been recruiting into a team that didn't trade, which is unfortunate. But everybody's experience is everybody's experience. I would never feel a way if people had a bad experience and turned them off from that platform because I understand, right? If I was recruited into a platform to trade, but yet everybody is telling me to continue to recruit, then absolutely, I wouldn't want to be a part of that platform neither, right? And I would feel a way as well. See, me, I was blessed to be a part of a team that actually traded. Like our entire team actually traded, right? Like our entire leg that we were under was literally 95% of the educators on the platform were in our team, right? So we actually traded, but not everybody had that experience, unfortunately, right? Most people were not fortunate enough to be with a trading team that actually traded live every single night with their community. And that's what we did, right? We were trading live every single night in real time, making sure that people got right. And again, that's our experience, right? Not everybody was fortunate enough to have that, unfortunately. It is what it is. All right, let's see. YouTube has changed a lot. They care more about engagement than subs. Yeah, absolutely. You're 100% right about that. You said add a buzzball to it, that would probably go crazy. It was the mentor. I was recruited. Yeah, that's why I left. Yep. Listen, you guys will be surprised by how many stories I've got. right? Especially when I left the platform 3 years ago. The amount of stories that I've heard and that I've got from people is just crazy. It is crazy. Like, for real, it was absolutely nuts the amount of stories I got from mentors telling them to stop focusing on trading and just learn how to recruit and rely on the product. Like, we never pushed relying on the product, right? Like, our team was never, oh yeah, I mean, we did, right? Because it did make it easier for people. But our focus was never to, yo, just rely on the product. That's it. Like, no. Like, bro, let's teach you how to trade. Let's teach you how to analyze these markets. And then if you want to use the product, use it. Well, let's get you educated first, man. Let's get you right. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. But family, we did get this news. Let's see what news came out as. We have a bunch of PMI data that come out. We have prices increased like crazy. So we have price inflation occurring here. Let's see, PMI for manufacturing actually dropped a little bit. This is pretty mixed right here. This is very mixed, family, right? With all this news that's actually, this is, yeah, with all this news that just came out, it's pretty mixed across the board, right? So I don't know if we're going to see too much of a crazy reaction here. I still do like the downside based off the news. I don't think we had too much of a change, so I do like the short still. Let me see what everything else is doing. The NASDAQ, yeah, everything is just whiplashing off of this news. What's gold doing? See, gold is still pushing up higher. Remember, I want shorts on gold, but I'm only shorting gold if we get above, if we get around the 23.24, or if we close below the 23.06. Like, that's where I would be interested in shorts here on gold. But I do like the shorts on gold as well. YM, still a big fan of shorts here. At this point, it's either we come back up to our high, where our original entry was, and then we look for some shorts, or maybe even off of this structure point, or we wait for the break below 37,950. Right? If we do get a nice strong close below here, 37,950, I think that's another beautiful entry that we can go ahead and ride out to the downside as well. But let's just keep our eyes on this. Let's keep on watching this and see what we get. All right, let's see. It was the experience. She wanted to train who she wanted to train. I definitely understand that, right? There was definitely a lot of favoritism in this shit for sure. There really was a lot of favoritism in it. I didn't have a great experience at IM. I respected people like Abel, Spiller, and Cobain. However, my team didn't trade, they recruited. We even had a signals group that was about 30% accurate. Okay. Again, listen, Kendrick, like, I appreciate you opening up, man, and telling me your experience, because again, it's like, it's a similar experience that I heard from so many people. It's crazy. It's nuts. Let's see. Shout out Nate and Gustavo who introduced me to Abel. That's where you came from, bro? I didn't even know that, Jude. Is that how you joined the team from Nate? Shout out to my brother Nate, man. Shout out to my brother Gustavo, man. Them is still my brothers to this day. Like, Gustavo, I just talked to Gustavo like last week. Shout out to my brother. Gus is a big reason why I joined IM. Right? Because he was another trader, right? An actual trader on the platform. That was growing at a super fast rate, having a massive influence. And he's a big reason why I decided to go ahead and partner back up with IM when I did. You know, in like 2017, 2018. Because I seen him, an actual trader, gaining an influence, becoming a product. And I was like, yeah, that's the guy I need to be under. So, it's just a trading part. A lot of them just can't just recruit. But to be honest, thanks to IM, I'm here, so I can't hit on them either. And thanks to IM, I met Abel. I appreciate that, Kevin. I see, it was there, just had to be hungry and find the traders. It was. Like, it really was, but when you're new into something, like, I definitely understand what you're saying, Money Man, but when you're brand new into a new industry, into a new platform, you could take the initiative and be like, yo, my mentors are ass, let me go find some new ones, which most people did. But you can also be blinded by your current mentor's current success as a recruiter, as a marketer, and think, oh man, let me go ahead and focus on this first. And that's like a pitch that a lot of the recruiters did. They're like, yo, rely on the products and make your bag through the recruiting. Right? Again, that's not everybody's forte, though. Let's see. It's like the team I was under into recruiting. I wasn't, so I found the trading educators. Absolutely. We were so sanctioned trading and learning, they shadow banned. Yeah. You, Tyrone, and PK, and learn from y'all. That's love, man. Nate, my bro, he introduced me to trade. Shout out to Nate, man. I haven't spoken to Nate in a little while. Yeah, I haven't spoken to Nate in like a year. It's been a minute. Shout out to my bro Nate, though, man. Always show massive love. Really, really good guy. Nate's a great guy, man. He's one of those people that is just, you know, he has a really great heart. And he truly wanted the best for most people. Shout out to my bro Nate, man. Let's see what we still get here, family. Come on, I'm still watching this stuff. The news did come out. As of now, these markets is the dollar falling? The dollar is falling off of this news. So the markets right now are interpreting this news as definitely risk on as of right now. We got to see if this holds. We got to see if this holds, though. Let's see if this continues to drop here. Again, if this continues to drop, family, then I'm chilling. Right? I want to see how we react up here for gold if this continues to drop. Right? Because then up here, we can go ahead and see if the market can give us a nice opportunity to get involved. And then possibly short. Again, I'm staying with the trend. Right? I want to stay with the trend that we've been seeing here. Especially leading up into tonight's news or today's news. Right? I don't think there's anything that Jerome Powell can say that will cause these markets to turn bullish. There is possibility, but I don't see it. So I want to see more continuations lower here. So that's why I'm looking for the possible short still. We just gotta wait for the right opportunity though. D-Lo make it drip. Trip. Alright, let's see. I'm close with Gustavo. That's my brother, man. Again, Gustavo is really one of them guys, man, that's always had a great heart. His intentions were always pure. Yeah, I still wish nothing but success on my brother. Do you do one-on-ones? Not often, right? I'm really not that big of a fan of doing one-on-ones because it's just so time-consuming, especially if I open it up for one person and I kind of have to open it up for everybody. And there was a period in time, family, where I was literally doing one-on-ones 6 hours, 7 hours a day, right? Just back to back to back to back, right? And that was honestly one of the most draining times of my life when I did that. Like, man, the amount of energy that I was doing and using to do those one-on-ones was nuts. I was making a lot of money, though, right? I wasn't making a shit ton of money doing those one-on-ones, but it wasn't worth the amount of energy and effort I had to put in. Because then the rest of the day, I was just dead and didn't want to do a damn thing. So I don't do one-on-ones often anymore. But I do have, obviously, my community still. Right? I do have my community. I have my course. I have my chat. I have, I still have a lot of platforms and avenues that I could still help out. If you ask a question, I will always give an answer. Even if I don't know the answer, I'll go do my research and I'll get you an answer. But yeah, I don't do it. I don't do it too often. One-on-ones. It just takes too much time away from me. And to be honest, for me now to do a one-on-one, for me now, like you gotta come. I'm gonna be honest, you gotta come with a little bit of a bag, because like I said, I don't prefer to do them anymore. But money talks. But money talks. I'll tell you that much. Let's see. Pull back to go higher. That's I know you're talking about the dollar. Yeah, I wouldn't hate on that, bro. Let's see what we get here, right? This could flip bullish now. Like, we're starting to see more bullishness come back in. Right, we are starting to see more bullishness come back in. Let's see if this holds. Because if that holds, then we can possibly get our opportunity here on gold. Again, I want to go a little bit higher, but gold might just fall from these levels. Let's see. Will we get something like this? A nice little 3-to-1. GDLS. Let's see. Let's continue to watch this. See, it's on big road. What's NQ doing? Let's look at indices again. See, like, NASDAQ is trying to fall again. The S&P is trying to fall again. We got YM up here. I'm still gonna keep my eye on this, family, because if we can close back below this 38,000 level now, 38,020. Hey, man, I'm taking another stab at YM if we can get closed back below here, though. I'm waiting for us to get back below this level. So let's see what we get here. Abel, what's your thoughts on binary options? I mean, options is like the casino of trading, right? Options is cool. My thing about it is, like, I'm too emotional when I'm trading options. So, like, that's like the biggest thing for me. Right? Like, when we're trading Forex, traditional Forex, it's not time-based, right? So we just let it play out. But when you're trading options and it's based off time, right, with 2-minute, 3-minute expiries, that shit has your emotions going crazy, right? So it's like the casino, in my opinion, it's the casino for trading. You know, if you can control your emotions, you can make a shit ton of money. You know, but for me, it was just, yeah, it was I was too emotional for options, so I ended up, yeah. I do options now when I'm just trying to see if I could just flip some shit real quick. That's when I do options. I'm trying to just flip some shit real quick, really quick gamble in and out. But I don't do it often because again, it's just it develops the wrong habits, right? It develops the wrong habits, and that's what I'm not a fan of, right? I want to make sure we develop the right habits, and trading options is just it's hard to develop the right ones because you're gonna be so emotional. Like I mean, family. Like let's talk about it, right? Like remember when everybody was trading options? And we're talking about you're in profit, you're out of profit seconds, and then the timer's ticking down and 10 seconds left and you're out of profit and you went heavy and you're like, no, please fall, please, 10 seconds left. And now you're going crazy. Like I remember I couldn't, whenever I traded options, I literally would start pacing around the house. Like I would just start walking around the house, just letting time go by, just hoping that this shit plays out in my favor, right? And I'm like, bro, if you're in a trade and you gotta start pacing around your house, bro, like you're too emotional. Like you're too emotional, right? So yeah, that was an interesting period in my life as well, trading options. But it was definitely yeah, it was too emotional for me. I was way too emotional for that. Let's see, I feel like I'm ready to trade again, but I need a little help. Listen, China, I got again. If you want access to my platform or at least to my course, it's there, right? You can always join my free community, right, which is the Discord, and you know, just come back in here, right? I think just being a part of a community is what most people are lacking right now, right? Especially everybody that went through that phase of trading, ended up stopping for whatever reason, and now they want to get back into it. Just get into a community, right? Any community, right? You know, I have this free community here on Discord that you can join and at least get back into that environment, right? Now, if you did want to obviously learn how to trade, my style of trading, then the course is there, right? The course is there. The course is available. You'll get access to my VIP inner circle, which is where, you know, for anybody that has my course, gets access to as well, right? You know, so, but the choice is yours. Just getting in a community though is the first start. So I highly encourage you to definitely just join this Discord, my Discord, join other Discords, and just, you know, rock from there. All right, family, we're starting to see this fall again. I'm going to be taking another short here. It's going to be a little aggressive short, but I'm going to take another short here on the NASDAQ. We're going to take a little short here if we close below. I want to see a close below this though, right? If we can close below this level again, I'm going to take a short. And then we're going to see if we can continue to ride this lower here. I'm going to wait for this 3-minute close though. 3-minute close in less than a minute and a half. A minute and a half. If we close in a minute and a half below my key level here at around the 30.024, I'll take another short here on the NASDAQ. Or on US 30 actually. Or YM if you're trading futures. Alright, so I'm going to be watching this. We're gonna have our finger on the trigger here. We're going to have our finger on the trigger here. But we need to see this thing close back below. We need to close back below structure. If we don't close back below, then I'm chilling. And look at price. Price is still pushing back up. That's why we wait for the close below. That's why we close below. Yeah, we gotta wait. Again, I'm not taking the trade unless we close below 38.025 here. Gold, what are you doing? Okay, now gold finally got back to where hit our alert here. See, now up in these levels is where I keep my eye on gold to see what happens here. I'm keeping my eye on the dollar as well. I think the dollar can easily still... Where do I think the dollar can go? Yeah, I think this level right here for the dollar is going to be an interesting level. The 105.650s. I think we do still have a little bit more room to go down to that level. But we're going to keep our eye on this gold, see if we can get some. Let's see. Options was definitely gambling. Fives, it absolutely was. Let's see. You ever going to do trade rooms again, Abel? Stay lit on the Zoom? Probably not. All right. I'm going to keep everything here on YouTube. But what I will do, and this is something I was already thinking, right? Especially for anybody that has access to my course. I'm going to be sending out the Zoom link to everybody that's in my VIP trading section so that you guys can still jump on the Zoom. And you guys can just watch it from the Zoom instead of the YouTube. And that way you guys can also be a part of the conversations, right? Because that was the coolest thing about the trade room. It was people like Eric that was constantly in there. Obviously, he was at work, so he couldn't like unmute himself. But he was in there, Mr. FTP, dropping value, right? Which he does here. But then we have you, Free Zone, who's more than willing to unmute your mic, right, and provide value. We have people like Drew, more than willing to unmute their mics and provide value, right? And these are all people that have access to my course, that are already in my course community, my paid community, right? So yeah, people like y'all, I want y'all a part of it, right? So I'm going to be dropping the Zooms for everybody that's in my course, so you guys can just watch it from the Zoom instead of YouTube. Cool thing is, there's a lag on YouTube, right? It's like a 30-second lag on YouTube. So y'all on the Zoom, if I call out an entry, y'all gonna get it 30 seconds to a minute before the YouTube stream. Right? So that's a little bit of an advantage as well, right? But yeah, now we're definitely gonna bring that back, bro, because I love the conversations, right? I love hearing your thoughts, your opinions, seeing why you're looking at the market your way you are, and then we just have that back and forth and see what makes the most sense. But we're definitely gonna do that for sure, bro. Those vibes are unmatched. Let's see, bought Naz. Let's see, you bought Naz. Okay, I see what you're looking at. The LP play. You know what, Eric? We're taking this with you, Eric. Where's your target, bro? What's your target, bro? If we take a loss on this, Eric, you're gonna owe me a steak dinner, though. I'm gonna put two, again, these are the minis, so I'm gonna put 2 contracts in your name, bro. We're gonna put 2 contracts in your name, Eric. Come on. Come on now. Again, I'm not risking much, bro. I think I only lose like $200. So, but we putting 2 contracts in your name. Come on now. Again, I only take these if it's coming from somebody with the wrench. I ain't gonna just take no random trades from random people. Like, nah, we taking it because, you know, I value Eric's, you know, analysis, right? I've seen him trade already for the past year. He's been crushing it. These LP plays are definitely fire, so we're going to take this. And even if we lose, Eric, I ain't go heavy anyways, bro, so we good. Let's see, you sold gold? Sheesh. Here's another one that I value their opinion as well. So guess what? Now we're going to have to take the short on gold. Now we're going to have to take the short on gold, man. Just because, again, I value y'all opinion. This is what happens when I value y'all opinion, man. I'm not going to be risking much, I'll tell you that much, but we're going to put a little some here. Is there such thing as a mini gold? Hold on, is there a mini gold for futures? Micro gold futures, there is. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to take this on the micro. We're going to take this on the micro. Stops above here. Again, these are essentially me taking signals from my top community people, so that's why I'm comfortable taking it. And if we lose, we lose. I'm only risking $100 on both of these, so we're not risking much anyways. Hey, man. I agree. I'm in both. Nah, we in there. We in there. Listen, man. No matter what happens here, just know I trust y'all opinion. So we gonna rock out. We gonna let y'all, you know, we gonna rock out and see how this plays off. All right. So we got entry here to the upside. Just a little quick buy situation here, playing the LP play, the liquidity pocket. If you're not familiar with the LPs, again, that's just a technique that we have essentially started to use over the past year to catch plays, right? So this is the LP play here, the liquidity pocket. In terms of gold itself, I was already looking for short on gold up at these levels, which is why I had my alert set up there. So that's why I'm definitely not opposed to taking the short here. Like, I'm definitely not scared to take the short on gold because I was already looking for shorts on gold. You know, we're seeing some nice reactions. We just had a nice 3-minute engulfing, especially supported by volume. The gold looks money. I'm not even going to lie. This gold setup looks money. So, we're going to see. We're going to see how these play out. Let's see what we got here, though. I'm pretty confident in the idea. Listen, Eric, don't start getting nervous now, bro. He said, damn, I wish you got a better entry. I'm not tripping because I know you have money management on lock. Good luck. You sounded mighty nervous over there, my brother. Bro, listen, you know we practicing proper risk either way. So we good regardless, bro. But this dude sounded mighty nervous over there, Eric. He's like, damn, Abel, why you put me on the spot, bro? Let's see, that's a good win and a good loss if gold and Nas hit. Yeah, we gonna rock these out, man. We gonna see. A bit, a bit, a bit, a bit, a bit, a bit. Again, I did not go heavy on these at all, by the way. All right, because these were essentially just blind signals from people that I highly respect, that I feel like are extremely knowledgeable in this space, and have shown me that they know what they're talking about. So the only thing that sucks here is one of y'all is gonna win and one of y'all is gonna lose. Like one of y'all is gonna win and one of y'all is gonna lose. Just want to make that clear though, right? Because I think both of these are probably gonna move in a similar direction. So I think one of y'all is gonna lose. So we're gonna see who's gonna win, who's gonna lose. Let's see what happens here. Let's see, because I really should. I just use each other W or L after. Let's get that confidence up, bro. No matter what happens here, though, who cares? Like, don't let it affect you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the name of the game. All right, let's see. What's going on, Nika? Good morning. Can you explain the correlation of the JOLTS results to the indices reaction? That's a good question, right? JOLTS jobs report literally just measures the amount of openings that we currently have in the market right here. Now, did the market react off of this, or did the market react off of the PMI data? Or did it react off of a combination of all of it? It is a combination for sure. But if we're talking solely the JOLTS job opening report, let's look at these numbers. Right, last month, we had 8.8 million job openings. They were expecting a drop of 8.6, but we actually came out lower at 8.4. Right, so we're seeing less job openings right now than we did last month. Now, there could be a few reasons why. The first one could be that there's just more people finding employment, right, and those jobs are just not available anymore. That's one theory. I don't know if I support that theory. The other theory, though, is that there's just businesses just not hiring, right? Businesses are just not bringing in new people, right? They just can't afford it. Especially, this is interesting, right? Especially with what happened yesterday, or at least I think Monday, right, where we had price inflation actually show itself, right? Where the prices that the businesses are paying and that consumers are paying is increasing, right? As we have inflation from PPI and the CPI perspective, that is making the profit margins for most of these businesses a lot smaller and a lot tighter. So as a reaction to that, they have to figure out a way to make that money back up. Them just either firing people or just not hiring new people could be a reason for that. So for me, I think the market itself, I think this is going to be very much inflationary or deflationary. Right? I want to make this clear. I think this right here, less job openings, is actually good for what we're currently dealing with, which is high inflation, sticky inflation, high interest rates, still tight labor market, so on and so forth, right? So I think that this is going to be perceived as positive overall, because less job openings, less opportunity for people to find a job, less money in their pockets, so less spending that they can do, and so on and so forth, right? Then it goes down the line. So, all right, let's see what we got here, though. Selling the YM. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Again, I'm still looking at the YM. Like, I'm still looking for the shorts here on YM as well. I just want to see us close below this level. Like, a close below 38.025, we might take another entry on the shorts. All right, we might take another entry on shorts here. As of right now, we got two positions open. Right, we got a gold short and we got an NQ long. One of those is going to win and one of those is going to lose. All right, I'm just pretty positive in that. But I do like the short still on YM, right? So if we can get a nice strong close below this level, I think that would be nice. I think that would be a nice opportunity to continue to short this. Now we could play stops right above this wick here. And then obviously target to our key points. You know, first target will be 37.950s, but then ultimate target will be all the way down at the lows. I think that would be phenomenal. Something like this. But we got to get this close on the 3-minute or the 5-minute. The 3-minute or 5-minute close below here is what I'm looking for. Let's see. Is it possible for one person to control the world markets? Because it seems like I'm getting stop hunted. It's not possible. It's not possible for one person to do it. No. Right? It's not possible. Now there are individuals that have a lot of influence that can move these markets, like Jerome Powell, which is obviously the head of the Federal Reserve. But then we also have the head of hedge funds like Larry Fink, who's the CEO of BlackRock, also has a lot of influence, but they don't know who you are. Right? Cappuccino P, that name is fire, by the way. No Cappuccino P. They don't have no idea who you are. Right? So they're not targeting your stop loss more so than anything. They're more so targeting the general stop losses that are all in those areas, right? Because if your stop loss is in a position that is getting stop hunted, then you're just putting your stop loss in a very liquid area and price. And we have to be able to account for those liquidity grabs that we typically see. What do I mean by that? I mean, looking at YM right here, right? Looking at YM, we have this resistance point, right? Before we actually see, let me see, is it going to let me? Before we actually seen the market spike up here to the upside, there was probably a lot of people looking to sell this resistance. Why? Because most traders are taught if we have a super strong resistance to sell it. And that's cute and all, but you're not accounting for those stop hunts or those liquidity grabs. Because if everybody is selling from right here at 38.02, then where's everybody's stop losses? Everybody's stop losses are going to be somewhere within this range, right? So we have to just be aware of where there's liquidity, allow that run on liquidity to occur, and then we take a position after the run on liquidity, if that makes sense, right? So that's what I think is just happening. You're just putting your stop loss where everybody in the world is, and you're just getting hit, right? So just be more aware of where there's liquidity positioned. There's going to be liquidity above highs, liquidity below lows. There's going to be liquidity on the other side of trend lines, right? All these things that we are taught in the beginning of our trading days are the exact things that we are getting screwed on, believe it or not. So we just have to understand liquidity and the importance of liquidity. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, right? So it's not just you. I understand, trust me. I think everybody at one point, family, let's be honest here. Right? Didn't everybody at one point felt just like Mr. Cappuccino P here? Where we feel like our stop losses are being targeted, and they were. To be honest, they were. But we have to be able to aware that. We have to be aware of that. We have to have the ability to avoid putting our stop losses in the obvious levels, because then you're probably going to get hit at stop loss regardless. Right? You're going to get hit at break. You're going to get hit regardless, right? But we've all been there. Like everybody in this chat, I don't care who says anything. I don't care if you say, no, not me, Abel, you're lying. Right? It happens. Like I got liquidated last week a bunch of times because I put my stop loss in the wrong spot. Right? So just don't let that discourage you is the whole point I'm saying here, Cappuccino P, man. Like it literally happens to everybody. Happens to the best traders in the world. We just got to be aware of that and just figure out where our stop loss should go next time. And that's all. But it comes with experience, bro. You'll get it over time. Don't worry. All right, so let's see it here, guys. We're up $60, man. Let's see which one is up and which one is down. So NQ is trying to push up here. What's gold doing? And gold is trying to push down, man. This is interesting, right? So gold is up around $30 for me. NQ is up around $25 for me. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now, baby. We in profit. We up $50. Come on now. This is where we say, wee. Let's see. Let's continue to ride these out, man. It's time to lock in the journal and figure out how you can tweak your entry technique to get better pricing. That's a great advice, bro. That's great advice. And that's why you have a freaking wrench, bro. He said, faded my NQ, damn, no faith. Man, I gotta stick with what I was looking at as well, bro. Since the beginning, I've been looking for this short, so I gotta look for that either way. Thought on interest rates. Interest rates are gonna stay the same. They're not gonna change. What I think is gonna happen during the press conference is Jerome is gonna pretty much essentially not say it directly. Jerome Powell, guys, has a very extremely difficult job, right? Because of his voice, right? How much influence he has. So he's not gonna say directly what he wants to say, but he will give us hints towards what he wants to say. right? I think he's going to say that we're obviously going to have to keep interest rates higher for longer. What I would love for him to say, which he's not going to, is that, okay, now we only are expecting one rate cut this year or zero. That's what I would love for him to say, but I don't think he's going to say that directly, right? He's going to figure out a way to say that so we could pick up the hint, but he's not going to say, oh, yeah, we're only going to experience one rate cut or two rate cuts this year. He can't say that directly because he's going to cause the market to go crazy. But we can pick up the hints, right? We could pick up the little hints that he gives us, and then off of that sentiment that we get, then we make decisions, right? So, all right, let's see what we got here now. Let me catch up with you guys. Are going crazy in the chat. That's how I felt yesterday, kind of trying to catch gold buys. I even said third time's the chart because I took 3 attempts with team of them getting stopped out, but that's where the awareness is key. Absolutely. Like I told y'all, family, there's 3 habits that I feel like are important as a trader. Awareness is one of them. Discipline is 2, and patience is 3rd. Those are like the top 3, in my opinion, the top 3 emotions that we have to deal with as traders. Awareness, discipline, and patience. So, let's see. Lower your stop loss to get a better stop loss. Lower your lot size to get a better stop loss. Absolutely. Let's see. I knew I was counter trading. I knew it was early to the market. Shit happens. That's why we manage our money. Absolutely. Difference between micro and mini on futures. Yeah, that's a great question. I want to give you the actual, right? All I know is we have the normal size contracts, we have the micros, and then we have the minis, and then we have the micros, right? The micros is like the smallest contract size that you can get, right? But I'll get you an actual real definition real quick using AI. I'm literally going to take your exact question, and I'm going to ask AI it. Let's see what AI says about that question. All right, so look at the answer. All right, it says the key difference between micro and mini futures contracts lies in their size, which is obvious, right? The micro, these are the smaller size contract, typically representing 1/10 of a standard E-mini contract. They offer greater precision and allow traders to manage risk with smaller positions. Mini, as the name suggests, these are a step up from micros, but still smaller than the standard contracts. They generally range from 1/2 to 1/10 the size of a full contract, right? So just to make it easier, right? Minis are 1/10 of a standard, but micros are 1/10 of a mini, right? So if you're trading real funds, real capital in a futures account, but it's anything less than $1,000, then you have to really trade only the micros or maybe the minis, right? So depending on your account balance is the one that you decide to go with, right? But that's an actual real definition from right here using AI to figure that out, right? So let's see. JP low-key be slipping up and speaking his mind. Yeah, you know what it is, Warner? It's the questions, man. Like the people that be asking the questions, like they ask the questions so direct and they put him in a position to where he kind of like has to slip up certain times, even if he don't want to, because like he doesn't want to be seen as a liar neither, right? So it's, again, he has a very, very tough job, right? Like Jerome Powell right now is going to be the main reason whether we're able to have an actual soft landing, which is what they would hope to have, or we have a hard landing and we go through things like a recession, we have inflation going higher again, or we have worse, which is stagflation, right? Stagflation is where nothing is growing, the economy is at a standstill, but yet inflation is still rising, right? So he has to navigate all these different things, and he has to be careful with what he says because it could really tilt the sentiment in one way or another towards, yeah. So he has, listen, I'm happy I'm not Jerome Powell, all right, because he got an extremely, extremely tough job. Extremely tough job. All right, now let's see where we're at, family. Look at this. Okay, we up. We up on NASDAQ. Yeah, how's gold? And we up on gold. Yeah. Family, can we get a round of applause, man? Can we get a round of applause real quick? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Now, again, listen, Eric and Saint, I'm letting you guys monitor this. You guys tell me when we going to break even. You guys tell me when we, like, it's up to y'all. Like, again, I took this trade based off of y'all recommendations because I highly respect you guys' opinions when it comes to trading. We did it live. We in the profit on both of these positions, so I'm also going to allow you guys to tell me how to manage this, baby. Because we in profit right now. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's see. What are your targets for gold? That's a great question. Saint, what is our targets for gold? like for me, like I would love to target, honestly, back to the lows because I think we are bearish on gold. Like I was already bearish on gold, so I like the setup because of that. So I would like to ride it down here. All right, so yeah, we're gonna let the people that I took the signal from give me the idea of what we do. Let's see. They be going hard with them interrogators. They really do. Nah, it's over. Government spend way too much. Stagflation is here to stay. I think that's you, bro. You honestly might be right, bro. Like they really did spend so much over the past 2-3 years. Like it's crazy. Where I read an article the other day, and it's saying based on the interest that we are paying on the debt that we owe, like we're paying billions of dollars every month in just interest payments. Like that's crazy. Like that's nuts. Right? So you're right. Stagflation right Millie be here, all right, forever. Right? Like it might stay here a lot longer, and that's like the worst case scenario because not only is obviously inflation increasing, but inflation is increasing across the board from the prices of goods and services, from wage price as well. Like even wages are also actually wages went up a little bit. Like wages went up a little bit, but for the most part, wages really hasn't been going up. So as the price of goods continue to go up, but yet wages are staying the same, and our economy is not growing or nothing's happening, that's just a lot of fear. Not fear. That's a lot of pain that consumers are gonna go through. That's a lot of pain that we're gonna have to experience, and that's the crazy part. So, all right, let's see what we got here. A break above the 15-minute highs. The 15-minute highs. Okay, so a break above this level is where we're going to break even. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Move to San Francisco has been 120. It's been 120 buildings selling for major discount. Move to S. I'm pretty sure San Francisco. Early signs of what's to come. Hey, Warner, let me find out you got some insider scoop for us, bro. Let me find out you got some insider scoop for us. I'm open to hearing all your concepts, man. I'm open to hearing everybody's stuff. No lie. Let's see. Lows, we hold until news. Say less. All right, so we hold until news here for gold. For the NASDAQ, we're going to see how this plays out. When we break these highs up here, we'll probably manage our position and go break even. So we'll see. Let's see. Alexander, I appreciate your comment, man. I'm gonna try to. I think that's, what is that, French? Let me see what we got. I gotta figure out what my man is saying here. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Translate this. Let's see. Shut up, boy. Talk more than the snake man. Hold on. Who deleted his comment, man? Oh, did he delete it? Come on, Alexander. Come on, man. I thought we was having a good time. Yo, that's hilarious. Hold on. Is that really? Let me go to my AI. Come on, Alexander. I thought we was having a good time, man. He called me a snake? Sheesh. Let's see. Shut up, kid. You talk more than the snake man. What is a snake man? Nah, that's hilarious. Cala la boca. Cállate la boca. Is this what is this? It's like fala más. Hey, yo, Alexander, listen. I appreciate your comment, man. I never get upset or anything about that. I appreciate your comment, man. Hopefully, I can provide some value, even though I talk too much. Either way, I appreciate your comment, man. Let's see what we got here, man. NQ is going crazy. NQ is going crazy. Gold is still chilling a little bit, but NQ is still going crazy. Let's get it. Let's see. What's going on, Jerry? What's the word, my brother? Appreciate you for being here. I mean, you said Snake Man, and that's what came to mind, Kobe. I mean, that was his logo. Nah, Snake Man is hilarious, though. Snake Man is hilarious. I might change my name to Snake Man from now on. They call me the Snake Man, y'all. Let's get it. Okay, porque buena opera forex cara. All right, let's see what he said here now. Shout out to you again. Listen, keep on bringing the comments, my brother. Ain't nobody, I ain't gonna get upset, man. Trust me, I've been in this game long enough to where ain't nothing anybody can say gonna affect me, man. It's crazy though, cause you're listening to me in English, but you're responding back in whatever this language is. Translate this. Let's see. Why don't you trade Forex, dude? See, that's a better question. Come on, Alexander. That's a better question, man. We do trade Forex. It's just today we're trading on this futures account, right? I have Forex on my entries are here on my MetaTrader 4, right? For this prop firm account on MetaTrader. But then I also trade Forex on my Sway Markets broker. So we do trade. We just trading futures right now, baby. Come on, we trade in the futures market. We get into it. Is that Portuguese? What language is that? Language is that? Let's see. Once you lose 3K in minutes, people's comments are nothing. That language is Portuguese. Okay. Yeah, Eric. How'd you know it's Portuguese, bro? And shout out to you. Again, let me write this. Let's tell Alexander he's amazing. Translate this in that language. I love you, brother. I hope you have a great day. Come on now. Come on now. Here we go, Alexander, for you. Te amo. Irmão, espero que você tenha ótimo dia. That's to you, Alexander, man. I hope you have a phenomenal day, my brother. Let's see, it says it at the top. Oh, I'm tripping. Did it say at the top? Oh, it says it right here. I'm tripping, bro. All right, let's see what else Alexander said, man. Let's see. Translate. This is actually fun as hell. Let's see what you gotta say now. Let's see. I remember you from IML. What's going on, Cordarius, man? What's the word, man? Good to see you in the chat, my brother. Come on now. We here, man. Let's see. To talk more than the Snake Man. What the hell is the Snake Man? Like, what is the Snake Man? That's what I want to know. Like, is that like a actual fiction character or something? Let's see what the Snake Man is. I know my Romance languages, Spanish town, are all similar as hell. They really are. Let's see. The Snake Man in the Portuguese idiom doesn't refer to a specific person or character. It's a fictional figure used for emphasis in the idiom. There are a couple possible iterations of Snake Man. Snake Charmer. This theory suggests originated from snake charmers who use long, persuasive talks as part of their performance to supposedly hypnotize snakes. Okay, and the silent snakes are known for being quiet, so the Snake Man serves as a humorous contrast to someone who talks excessively. Is a way more vivid and memorable experience. Okay. Let's get it. But just like my brother Jay said, I mean, bro, you want me to speak in sign language, bro? Like, come on now. I love this shit, man. Alright, so family, we still in the profit, man. We up here on NASDAQ is still pushing nicely. Gold is dropping nicely as well. Let's get it. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should have trusted y'all, man. I should have never doubted my mods, man. I should have never doubted the former star students of the former platform that we were just on. You guys are still my star students regardless. Right? And I can tell you guys are my star students. Look at this. Look at this. You guys are still going crazy. Still crushing it. We in profit, baby. Come on now. Let's see. I think Snake Man is like a charmer. Yeah, that's what it says here. Snake Charmer. Right, somebody that can hypnotize snakes. I guess I'm a snake whisperer. You got me with new food, Sadie. These new. Listen, man, we the Snake Charmer, baby. That's gonna be the new name for me, the Snake Charmer. Call me Mr. Snake Man from now on. Come on, baby, we up $300. Let's go. Let's go. Come on now, let's go. Come on now. We crushing it, y'all. We crushing it, y'all. Yeah. Again, family, we are going to be wrapping this up soon in the next 5-10 minutes or so. But before we get off here, make sure you guys join my Discord. It is free to join the Discord, obviously the public section of the Discord. And if you guys want to continue these conversations when I'm off stream, definitely go and do that. Okay, join the WAP. You have to go through WAP to actually sign up. So make sure to go ahead and join there and join the Discord. Alexander, I definitely hope that you join the Discord as well, my brother. And let's continue these conversations, man. I can learn Portuguese very quickly, my bro. And let's continue these conversations, man. So hopefully I see you on the inside, Alexander. We can continue to grow. And ultimately, hopefully I could build, a relationship with you and have you looking at me something more than just a damn snake man. What we gonna see? Let's see, what's their IG handle so we can post this and give them the credit they deserve? He say, that's exactly what he say. He say I talk too much, but like, bro, like, what the fuck? We're on stream. Like, I hate being on streams where people are just not talking at all. Like, the fuck? Like, I gotta be engaging. Like, I gotta make sure that I have retention, keep high retention. And keeping high retention here is by talking. So, it'd be like that. Let's see, go and break even and hold it until JP. Okay, so go and break even on gold. Let's go, let's go. Go and break even on gold here, family. Yeah. Wait, is this me going break even? Hold on. Is me just moving my shit to in front of my... Is this me going break even? Or is this going to actually trigger like a buy order? No, it should be break even. Yeah, this should be break even. Alright, so we're break even here on this gold. Listen, according to my rules, I go break even, I have to close something, right? It's just my rules, so I'm going to go ahead and close a lot right here. I'm going to close one entry, or at least one contract. And we made money, right? We made money, baby. Yeah, we made money. So now I got one contract just riding out, and we'll let that ride out. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's see what Alexander said. Let's see. Alexander, give me a second, man. Let me bring up my translator real quick. Let me bring my translator up real quick. Translate to this. Oh, that's not the right thing. Translate. I think he said, do you go live here every single day? I'm pretty sure he said, but let's make sure we get it right. Translation. Opera todo el día aquí. Você parece ser legal. Vou indicar tua sala nos grupos. Okay. Do you work here every day, man? You seem like a cool guy. I'm going to recommend your room in the groups. Hey, let's go, Alexander. Yeah. Call me a snake, man, and now we loving, bro. Let's get it, baby. Now we showing love. Come on. But yes, I go live. Moving forward, family, I'm live here on YouTube Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be live here every single Monday through Thursday indefinitely, right? Until the end of the ages, until I just retire from streaming. So, yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. Translation as well. All right, let's see what we got here. Remember to edit your stop and TP after close. Yep, I did that. Yep, I learned already. Look at that. Okay. Let's see. Stop loss and breakout took partials as well. Listen, that's a W freaking day, baby. All right, let's see what we got here. First time I see someone wanting to translate because most people don't care about translating. Good job, man. Listen, like I said, man, I enjoy the conversations. I enjoy seeing your guys' thoughts and opinions, whether they're good or bad. That's irrelevant, right? I don't care if you're showing love. I don't care if you're talking shit. I want to see what the hell you're talking about, and then from there we can figure out what the hell to do, right? So hopefully I'm over here winning you over, though. It seems like I'm winning you over, Alexander, man. So that's a positive for me. I'll take that all day long. Let's see. On TradingView, you can modify the stop loss button on the screen in the panel with Tradeovate. Select orders. Scroll down to the stop loss and modify. Okay. Okay. Orders. Oh, okay. That's where you do it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, now that's good to know. That's good to know. Let's get it. Come on now. All right, so family, this is where we're at, man. We're in NQ Longs. Shout out to Mr. FTP himself, Eric in the chat. We're in gold shorts. Shout out to Jude, Saint Jude himself, the man, the myth, the legend himself. You know, we made money on gold already, so that's always a positive. And we're going to just let this thing rock out, man. And hopefully Jerome Powell can treat us nicely. Now, I am going live, family. I will be going live for the actual conference, right? So at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm back here live on this channel, and we're going to watch the news together, and then we're going to watch some of the press conference together. I'm not going to watch the whole thing because them shits be long as hell. But we're going to watch some of it together, and hopefully these positions are still open, and we can just eat. Right? We can just eat. Right? So I will be back live 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to show up, and let's have another great time. But family, that's going to be it for me today, man. It was another dope session. We rocked out. We made some money on our initial US 30 sales. Now we're making money on gold sales, and we're up on NASDAQ sales as well. So it's been a very, very good session, man. Very good session. Taking money, making money, catching up baggy, and just doing what we do every single day. So family, I appreciate y'all in the chat, man. Let's continue to build. I'll be back live at 1:30 for interest rate decisions, and we'll go from there. Let's get it, y'all. Come on now. Have a great rest of y'all day, family. I love y'all. Let's get it.
We be talking pip talk, we be copping